Gotta call it Bridges. Right.
He said out of storage on that.
No, it don't matter. It don't matter. That's only for free before. But it's going on with GMSbaltimore. Is it rolling?
Yeah, it's rolling.
Oh, okay.
Slot. We roll over.
All right, Shalom. Shalom. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. This is GMS Baltimore. We out here on the highways and byways, pushing this knowledge and this truth, you know, through the spirit and power Yahweh watching Yahweh waking up the hopefully elect, you know. And we in this kingdom ran by Esau, you know. We want to get delivered out of here, you know, in this hell. This is hell on earth, right? Under this Edomite society ran by so-called Caucasians. They're the top people that run in society. And that's what it's all about. It's about rulership. All right. It's about rules. When the Lord, if you have any understanding about the second coming, the one that everybody ignorantly called Jesus Christ, which is his real name is Yahweh Shah, he's coming back to get back on his throne. And he's waiting on his father, right? His father Yahweh to give him that signal. And that's when he's coming with him and his holy angels. All them chariots that you've been seeing, all them sightings, them UFO sightings, that's the Lord. Some of those, a lot of those are the chariots of Israel. Now, the first scripture we're going to start with is Proverbs 29:2, because this going to tell you how this world is going. Got it.
It's Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Read it again.
It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
The people mourning, and that's what you see right now. You know, every time you turn on the news, you know, there's something going on. There's never anything positive. They might throw one or two things in there, but it's not beneficial for these people on this side, the children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know, it's never beneficial for us to rise up out of this position that we're in. All right, they might have some puppet leaders in, you know, Congress or the government. They're not doing anything. All they doing is serving their masters, Esau. You know,
They run
A lot of riots. A lot of riots, man. A lot of people, dead. There's this devil in rulership, no?
that's right.
A lot of uproars of the people.
A lot of uproar. You know, that's all you see, because the righteous are in authority. You know, it's these people on the sign that's running this world. That's why everything is out of whack. Nothing is fair in this society, even all the way down to the job. You know, you got all this money going over seed, and they doing everything else with the money but helping the citizens out. You got homeless. Here it is. This USA. This is a rich country, but you got homeless people out there. You know, you ain't gonna see no homeless people in the kingdom. You know, when everything's established. You know, because first, when we first get into rulership, things have to be established first. And starting with your Edomites are gonna catch hell. You know, you got it.
This is Proverbs 11:7. It says, when a wicked man dieth, his expectation shall perish. Right, that's pretty good. Very good. And the wicked cometh in his stead. Right? Oh, smart guy. It says, when a wicked man dieth, his expectation shall perish, and the hope of unjust men perish. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked cometh in his stead. Right? So pretty much, man, when the wicked man dies, his expectations perish, meaning everything, his legacy, everything that goes down.
Oh,
right? That's when everybody's going to stop suffering.
Yep, that's Esau. He's going to go down.
Yep, and it said when the righteous man is delivered, right? When the righteousness is delivered,
yeah,
they're going to come in our stead, right? Yeah. They're going to be following and serving under us.
Yep. Come, you got it.
Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Yep, the earth Read it again.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Yeah.
He covers the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Yeah. It says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who ruling right now? Who ruling right now? But the Lord is the one that handed the Edomites over the possessions and everything. It's a reason for that, right? We're gonna get to that, but it's a reason that the Lord did that. But right now, who's running? Who's running everything? It's not no so-called black man. Now, they might have a puppet up there, you know, like Barack Obama, which he wasn't an Israelite. He was a Hamite, right? But they throw these puppets up here to give you the illusion, right? It's delusion and illusion. A lot of these people are delusional, but they don't want to wake up. But they throw these puppets out there to give you an illusion that, oh, we're as a people as a whole that we're doing better. We're you know, expanding, being productive. Nah, not in the system of things. You know,
Right.
you never had a time where there's so much death and destruction in this place. You know, every time you turn on the news, death and destruction, death. You got Jake dying, whether it's by the hands of another Jake or it's by the hands of the police, which are a lot of them are Edomites. But Esau got a free ticket to take Jake's out, and soon, before we get up out of here, you know, before the Lord deliver the elect, you gonna have a period that's called Jacob's trouble. You know, right? That's gonna be nothing but destruction and turmoil as well, because you people don't understand what it is to go through Jacob's trouble, because it's gonna be a time like no other. You know, so but if you have any common sense, if you know that time is coming, you want to get on the side, the good side of the being who's gonna cause that, you know. And guess who's gonna cause that trouble? Give me 1 Samuel 2 and 6.
Remember the time of the apocalypse, right? That was 4 or 6 times, right? During the time of the Passover.
Yeah.
Those times are coming back. So we work.
Yeah. And we just in the Passover, the Passover was just what, a couple of days ago? On Thursday. Right. So
I think we had a blood moon.
And the blood moon. We had a blood moon.
That
the other day.
And that Passover, just wanted to say too, because a lot of brothers think, a lot of brothers, like back in the day, they would say, look, man, if they did something, they'd be like, look, man, the Passover coming along, you know what I'm talking about, the Passover coming along, man, I gotta get the Passover, I gotta the Passover ain't gonna transform you like that, man. You gotta pray. Number one, you gotta be spiritual with that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pray. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Ever since that Passover, demons started ramping up, man. Because the Passover is there to build you up, brother. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna transform you just like that. You know what I'm saying? So just like with that Passover, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be really, really spiritual with it. You gotta be really careful with that. You know.
Yeah, look at
treat it like I'm saying they basically treat it like you meat. Yeah, when everything's gradual. Yeah, it ain't like that, because guess what? You wake up tomorrow with the same damn power.
Yeah, look at I was about to say, look at what happened with the children, the Israelites, when we actually passed over.
Yeah.
You know, all that shit that they was doing in the wilderness, you know, all the wickedness that followed with that.
Yeah,
and that was right after the Lord delivered us out of Egypt.
Exactly.
You know, so the Israel is going to be reincarnated. You know, it's going to go back to that.
Yep.
You know, Jake is going to go off and all that. You know, but only the elect will stand, and that's what it's all about. A lot of these Israelite camps don't understand it, or they do, and they just decide to, be wicked.
Well, once they're so deep in the rabbit hole, they ain't trying to come back out. Yeah,
right.
They ain't coming out.
A lot of them been sold out.
The congregation gonna have to come up off that spell.
Yeah.
You know, they come to the real truth, because there's only one truth.
That's right.
That's what Great Millstone is, doctrine that Great Millstone and the affiliates.
Yeah, because we ain't all about all these gimmicks. Yeah. Concerts and all that. Yeah. That's what you other Israelites are about. You know, you're about gimmicks, trying to rule people in for money, because y'all want to make it here in America.
Was it Cokie? Comfy ended up, he had lavish Passover.
Yeah.
And where Comfy at now? He in the spirit world. You know, where those members in that congregation at? Where those things, you know? You used to see them all the time.
Yeah, for the ones that didn't sell out, they still have a chance to repent.
Right.
But those are ones, you might have some of the most fucked up ones that might end up getting right at the end. And that's probably a small chance. Those are the ones that has sold themselves out. God, like at all. God calls himself the God sent comforter.
Yeah.
You know? Right, yeah. How you supposed to be the God? When we know the God sent comforter is the scriptures. You know? Right. But you end up coming on the scene and then you passing away. So what's your congregation supposed
what
to do?
They gonna do?
Yeah. It's gonna wait for you to come back. And we about to go through Jacob's trouble, you know?
A lot of them gonna be left out there, you know. But the elect, if it's the elect within that congregation, they'll come to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
That's what it's about. You know.
I got a quick precept. You made mention about Jacob's trouble a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
And you get right because it's going to be a time like never before in the church, man.
Right.
This is Matthew 24 and 21.
For there shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. So the times that we get ready, come upon, it's going to be like a time like never before. Like since the beginning of the earth's existence. You know what I'm saying? That is scary.
That's scary.
And a time like that's not going to be anymore.
Right.
That's even scarier.
So that got to be something real dramatic.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Well, actually, now that you brought it up, I got a precept for that.
You got it.
You know?
Yeah, that time will be. And y'all, and here it is. You guys are living it up like ain't nothing about to come. You see? You know, y'all just living it up. You know, not even warning. You know, your congregation, not even warning the people what's about to happen.
Well, if I can add, you had something, right?
Yeah,
you got it. I'll make say what I got to say after.
This is Sirach 5 and 7. It says, make no tarrying. This is mostly for us as well.
Yeah.
It says, make no tarrying, return to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For to suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And that goes to show you that even in this truth, you can't be secure. We don't know when this will ever. So that's what makes Jacob's trouble that much harder.
Hey, they call us bums, but a lot of y'all gonna be bums in that time. You know, they want to hold on to they riches. You know, they getting them cash apps in. You know, which ain't nothing wrong with getting a little wealth or to be sustained. You know, donations, but you guys take it overboard and you get proud with it.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I was asked. Why is it called Jacob's trouble? You know,
right.
Why is Jacob going to be in trouble in the first place? You know, because you people have sinned against the Lord, and it's time for you to pay up. Okay.
Yeah, the Lord always require, he's balanced. He always requires his just due.
What's that? He requires that which is past.
Yep, that's right. Yep, Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes 1:9. You might have scripture. That's why I say,
Matthew.
We can that you Jake's do, man. Whether you're in the camp or not, it all adds up to soul. You add up the soul, and at the end of the day, man, you're going to get a reward. Everybody gets a reward, whether it's good or bad. That was bad. Yeah, I mean, the 3 and 15. That's what it is. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. That which has been is now, and that which is to be has already been. And God requires that which is past.
Yeah, everything that we did as a nation that led up to this in the past. Oh, we surely, like you often say, we deserve it. You know, we surely deserve it.
Man, look at these niggas in these other camps for, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They still ain't learning. And I made mention, I think 2 weeks ago, I was like, man, yeah, we already know.
Passover come along, you're going to see concerts and shit like that. And lo and behold, here we go with another concert. We deserve every last bit of this shit we get because of what the fuck you niggas still doing, man.
On all levels, because you first off, you disrespected the Lord, you desecrate the Holy Temple. You desecrate the Holy Temple.
That's an understatement.
But then the more that our people start waking up, we're like an eyesore to Esau.
Yeah.
They don't want us on these corners.
Hell no.
Chatting down there in society.
Yeah. You know, how the hell are we a bigger threat than these gang members out here, man?
Right.
How the hell is that? We're not out here gang banging and we ain't got guns out here. We just got the Bible. So how the hell did that bitch up there on I don't know what the hell World Summit? Yeah. How the hell she said that us so-called she said young black men. How the hell is little niggas that ain't got no type of military power the biggest threat?
If I could add on to what you were saying earlier, you said something about the concerts, right? And Esau don't like this. Esau looks at all Israelites grouped in one is the C word. Okay, I don't want to say that because that's what they try to play on words. They try to group us all together, right? And we know according to the scriptures and the history that people would say, what's it, Ezra? Those people are rebellious.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to pay their taxes or anything like that, right? But that's one part of it, right? And then the other part is if you having concerts, you coming into this thing, you want to try to make that what it's about. Yeah. When all this hell come on you, are you really going to have faith, man? Yeah. Right. If you living in pleasure, the scriptures say that it's better to go into the house of mourning. Right. Than to go into the house of feasting.
And that's what these times, that's what they are in the house of feast. A lot of these jakes, you know. Oh, but you other guys out there, they got something to say against, you know. Say if we are men of the Lord, which we believe, what you think the Lord want to do to you for lying on him, you know, and being disrespectful? What you think the Lord want to do to you?
What would he do to us if they was, you know?
Right.
I got it.
This is John 15 and 18. It says, if the world hate you, he knows that it hated me before it hated you.
That was Yahweh speaking. You know, so all these people act like we love Jesus. All this. Jesus is my boyfriend. If Yahweh was going to say, y'all wouldn't even like it. You know? Y'all wouldn't even like it. Because first of all, you don't like the way he looked. He definitely ain't look like this. Right. He was the total opposite.
Yeah, well, that's what you is your boyfriend. How about that? You in the bed with
this wasn't the Lord. The Lord ain't look like this.
This is the true deception.
The true deception. You know, but you got a lot of people that worship this all over the world, you know, in these other nations.
They got
in Brazil. Yeah. In Brazil, look, you got the people. I believe that's Asher, right? Or Manasseh, one of them. They're Israelites. A lot of them are Israelites down there. So you know the Lord, when the Lord come back, how many Israelites he's going to destroy, you know? But 2/3 got to go. We hope that that's why we try to find favor in the Lord, because we don't want to be a part of that number. Yeah. You know, that's why we're doing what we're trying to do to the best of our ability.
Yeah, well, he that spiritual is judge of known man. That's what the Bible says. We're spiritual men. You know? And I got y'all got scriptures?
You got one.
This is Matthew 7 and 3. Well, start at 1. It says, "Judge not, that you be not judged. For what judgment you judge, you shall be judged. And what measure you meet, it shall be measured to you again." It says, "And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considers not the beam that is in your own eye?"
Yeah.
You know, so these other camps, they when we get on, well, that's what it really is. You know, Yahweh Shah got a whole Matthew the 23rd chapter where he cursing out hypocrites. You know, the scribes and the Pharisees. But when we get on them, right, we're spiritual, right, and it's not a hate thing. Well, it is. Right. We hate what they're doing, okay, but it's not personal. Okay, saying, you know what, this guy saying that you gotta fucking repent.
Hey,
You know, teach the not fucking, but teach the right thing, man.
right. Actually,
Or judgment is gonna come on you.
yeah. Actually, we helping them out.
Yeah.
You know, through the spirit of the Lord. You know, we actually helping them out by warning them. You know, so they should be great.
Yeah. Somebody telling you that a truck is coming and
Right.
they push you out the way. You know,
That's a help.
they help
You
you
know?
out. That's what they want. They want
And they
that
wanna
big
get
ass
hit.
18-wheeler to run over.
There's a lot of them are proud, and they don't want they don't want to help.
They stand right in front of it, cussing it out. That's the spirit of
Yeah,
Jesus.
they want to cuss out Esau. Which we are cursing Esau, right? But they're making everything about white and black.
Yeah.
You know, like come on, you're not being spiritual at that point, man.
Yeah, it's more issues. There's more issues than
Just white and black.
I mean, think about it like this, man. If in our mindset right now, in Jake's mindset right now, even us to a degree, right? You wipe out all Edomites. What good is it going to do, man? So we still going to be messed up. I'm
Okay.
in our mindset right now. Wipe out all Edomites right now. What good is it going to be?
Look,
And then we still got niggas to worry about, man.
Good point.
You know,
Yeah, you still got niggas. Yeah.
I mean, anything will probably be worse.
It'd be worse.
Probably will.
Then you have no pest control out here. I ain't talking about for the fucking bugs. I'm talking about for Jake. Cause you have syringes everywhere, weed everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, that's control that. That's why you know that's off.
Well, the niggas is the worst thing going on in the world right now, man. It ain't Esau, it's you niggas.
But look what happened when Esau, well, not Esau. Look what happened when our people were in rulership. Look what they did. They didn't have. They wasn't in subjection under Esau then.
So
that's a good point.
Manasseh, Manasseh, he had a whole 13 verses.
Yeah. Of being wicked.
What you were saying?
Yeah, they took out, took out all Edomites, still took out wicked niggas around.
Yeah.
And then time of King David.
Yeah.
He still had King Saul,
Esau.
Absalom, on that.
That's a perfect example of what Jake would do if Edomites wasn't over.
That's,
You know, we still went on.
and that's why we need that purification, which is why I like Romans 12 too. But the only way to get that true purification is everything has to be right. Everything got to be reset.
Yeah. And that's what the Lord doing.
Exactly. So
reset button.
right along with Esau getting out of power, that's a big step. But our mindset has to be everything about this bitch got to be reset. You know, everything. So Esau being wiped out is just one part, but us being clean, cleansed, niggas being destroyed and coming back right. That's a hard reset, man.
Yeah.
Our minds is going to be reset.
Hey, the Lord,
You know?
up.
Yeah.
You know, if we the elect,
That's what I mean. We going
to change up.
We're going to be purified, and we're going to be purified and made white.
Right. So we're the real white people, you know. I know white people might walk up and hear and say that. Oh, they crazy. No, that's perfect.
They're white, they're red. Esau is the black man.
The real black
That's
man.
to expound on what Toss Warrior just read in Matthew 7:1. This is why it's important for us to judge our people, man.
Yeah.
So they won't keep going the fuck off.
Well,
That's why we are judges. We are judges of earth.
We're judges, in the kingdom, the elect is going to judge the nation of Israel. But the nation of Israel is not going to go off because the laws and statutes and everything are going to be fit inward. Then it's going to be, we're not in the new covenant now, He'll do it in the kingdom, not now, Can you imagine? It'll be impossible, to be able to follow everything to the exact in this society. You got to go to work every day. You got a 9 to 5. You can't. Ain't no way you can, follow every single piece bit of law. And then we don't control the food, and we don't control the food. We don't control any aspects. Which is about to say anything. Yeah. According to Deuteronomy 28 and 48. We got to go to this so-called white man for everything, So that's why I don't get too, fall out of shape because, the Lord about to put Israel in rulership. We got nothing, But right now it's Esau rule, You got, you can bring that out, bro.
This is Matthew 20:16. It says, so the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. For many be called, but few chosen.
There it is. See, so that scripture shows you that it's about the elect. Not everybody going to be saved. You know, put the rocks. How you gonna? These people, what they need to be saved from? They own everything. They run everything.
Right.
They eat the finest food.
Right.
Wherever they got everything. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
They got their clothes though.
That's a good point.
That back goes into goddamn shoe. Yeah, that's true.
This is Acts.
Right.
No flavor.
Yeah, goddamn. This is Acts 26:16. It says, but arise and stand upon thy feet, for I have appeared to thee for this purpose, to make thee a minister and witness both of these things which thou hast seen. And those things in the which I will appear to thee, deliver thee from the people and from the Gentiles, and to whom I send thee, to open their eyes and to turn them from darkness to light, and from the power of Satan unto Yahweh, that they may receive forgiveness of sin and inheritance among them which are sanctified by faith that is in me, which will be the hopeful life. Yeah. So that's why that scripture says that you witness both these things. So now you know what to do to go out here and actually turn these people from doing the dumb shit, which would be their hopeful life, and bring them to the right way of living. Right. Whereas the rest of these people, they got a day purpose and die as being listened to.
It's all about the election. Only the elect gonna be saved out of this place.
Right.
You know?
That's when Romans 12:2 kicked in, where they can be cleansed from all this man. That these good was put upon them.
Matter of fact, you get 21 and 30.
This looks good.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the biggest things that separated from one of the biggest things that separated from other Israelite camps. A lot of these Israelite camps talk about you need to wake up, lift up your brother, your brother, your brother. Are you talking about a brothers or you talking about brotherhood? Right? Right. Because Sakari is one brotherhood, GMS is one brotherhood. But if you're talking about the brotherhood, you're talking about the elect, and that's all we're concerned about, man. Right? We ain't talking about y'all niggas talking about waking up a nation. And my question to you niggas that keep talking that crap, man. How many of your little cousins, your little brothers are sitting behind bars, man? You know what I'm saying? How many of your grandmas still got that white Jesus hanging up on their wall, but you talk about waking up a nation, and you can't even start with your own family, right? You can't even start with some of your sons is sitting behind bars, man. Some of your fathers is sitting behind bars. Hell, some of y'all don't even know where the hell your father's at. So what the hell are you talking about waking up a nation? And you can't even start with your own wife.
Well, they want them donations to come in.
Yeah, you know. some of those you gotta put it some of those is on my camera right here. Some of those grandmothers got that senior 304 on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
Well, look, soon, hey, those same ones, they're gonna end up taking the the jabby jab. They're gonna end up taking a jabby jab.
Yeah.
You know. And y'all don't even push that out, you know, because that gotta come out, you know. The Michael, I don't know, you know,
the she hip MOTV.
Yeah,
the Rams 13. Just say the chip.
Yeah, the chip. You know, what y'all gonna do in that time, you know? Because the scripture. Let's go to it. Actually, I know. Matter of fact, yeah, we can come back to that. Let's go to it. Revelations. What's that? 13 and
you talking about you just got the point?
Yeah, 16 to the point.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
Revelation 13, 16. Mm-hmm. And he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And
That's the point. Keep on. Okay. You about to
And that no man might buy or sell.
right there. Buy or sell. You know. So what y'all gonna do in that situation when you can't even buy anything to eat, or you know what I'm saying?
Apparently, the mark is equal with white women. And if I can make this quick point, man, if you jakes out there, man, y'all, if you know, our job is to do what? To warn and edify, put the message out there. We move on about our day. If you can't get it, then you just ain't going to get it. See, the Lord chooses whom He will, right? If you can't get Revelation 13 at this point, which a lot of y'all do got, y'all just hate GMS. That's just what they admit. But if y'all can't, I mean, look what did we do? We went in the blue letter. We even went to the old Bibles that we could barely even read to show y'all. If you can't get it at this point, we're still going to push it out. But if you can't get it at this point, then it is what it is. The Spirit of the Lord has to be with you first. Just like the rape doctor. Just like the rape doctor. If you can't get it, you just can't get it. This is why when you know, I remember Vocab, he made mention again. Sakari, he used to like have a conversation. Hell, even GMS used to like have a conversation because we're tired of GMS is tired of the games, man. We are tired of these fucking gimmicks, okay? And it's not getting us anywhere, right? Time is short, and we don't have the time for that crap anymore, man.
Yeah, like I said before, we actually doing them a favor when we, you know, warn them. We're actually warning them before they walk over that bridge.
Ezekiel 2:5 says what?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ezekiel 2:5 says what? Whether you heal or whether you forbear, you're going to know that the prophet was among you. It's only but so much we can tell you right now because you're living in pleasure.
Get that in Ezekiel 3:17. That's the big thing. With them and wicked, man.
Hell has to break loose for a lot of y'all to get it, man. See, we talk about that with the woman
at that point.
Hey, a lot of them
something that ain't going to repent.
Yeah, but Alazar can peg himself.
Right. That's okay.
Nobody has no problem with it. It's all our fault.
Yeah. That's okay.
And all they said, all you got to do is repent. That's the same thing the Pharisees were doing.
Well, they might as well be
making sacrifices of sinners.
They're no different from the Christian church.
Yeah, you know, it works.
Yeah.
You said that on the video. You might just what you talking about TD Jakes for, like you said in the video.
Yeah. You should not be saying anything about TD Jakes.
Y'all just like him.
And according to your doctrine, if you get rammed in the behind, all you gotta do is repent. And Jesus' blood cleanses you.
Yeah,
and then the name doctrine. That's a problem too. I just did a video yesterday, and the IUIC said taking the Lord's name in vain is lying on His name. He literally said it. But he said that it had nothing to do with the name, it was His word. And that word name in that definition is talking about His reputation. Yeah. But when it says Lord in caps, that's talking about the Lord's name.
You know, it said that we gotta go back to school with these guys, man. Cause they even teach that too. When the difference between name and what it means. Like
pronoun.
Yeah. Like when it says His name shall be wonderful and stuff like that. Like the wonderful Yahweh Shah. Put it like that.
You might say my car is my great beauty. Her name is beautiful.
Yeah.
Her name is the Great Ghost.
Right.
But when you get pulled over, you need to do a titling. They want the actual name of that car.
Right. You know what I'm
saying? Like we got government there.
Yeah. That must even dogs have different breeding. So in order to know what dog it is, you got to know what breed it is.
Go ahead. This is Ezekiel 3:17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give warning from me.
Yeah, there's
no on that.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We're warning the people, you know, about their atrocities and their sin. Yeah, you know.
Really?
Bring that up.
The brother is really warning them about the Lord, Yahweh,
right?
And Yahweh Shah. The Lord don't play around. You know, that's what it really. You right. I'm not saying you're not right. Wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying when it comes down to Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, the Lord really gonna put a lot of people to death, man. Okay.
Right.
If you keep on thinking that God is all love and, you know, that he won't do nothing.
Well, actually, I can actually grab it more actually right here. This verse 18. It says, "When I say to the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but blood will I require at thy hand."
Yeah, so we got a responsibility as well. You know, if we know, we have to warn. You know, we can't just let certain things slide. You know, because the Lord hold us accountable for not warning. You know,
So when somebody going take a trauma, right?
Take a trauma.
Yeah, dang. I say don't teach it to nobody. Don't tell nobody.
Take it down.
Just hide it. So now people coming in your camp with a man with a pegging addiction.
right? The scriptures clearly tell us to publicize their when they go off.
Them that sin, rebuke for all that others may fear. So in other words, somebody could have rolled in with their wife, and Alazar and the woman he was dealing with, they all just going pegging and crazy. And you see your wife joined into this.
Yeah,
Are we supposed to hide this shit?
Right.
Like
You know what I mean?
swinging shit.
yeah.
Are you supposed to say, hey, I repent?
I get
There's
this
no
right.
accountability. I got the etymology of the word condemn. It says to blame. It says censor, to pronounce judgment against, to sentence, to doom, to blame, disapprove.
Yeah.
Okay. To harm, to damage, right? Damaging the reputation,
Yeah.
right? Damaging your spirit. Okay.
Gotta break you down.
It says hold to be reprehensible or intolerable. Okay? Bear witness again. What the word reprove means? Saints, right?
Breaking it down, all right, breaking it down.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
When you build up that wicked spirit, it got to be broken down. And then for you to rebuild, you know, as a new person.
Another one.
So that got
It says judge or pronounce against a building, etc., to be unfit for use or service.
Yeah, and a lot of you guys bring it upon yourself because you made yourself public. You know, you threw yourself out there. You know,
There's like like this building right here, CVS. That's a public building, right? But that building can get taken down and it can be condemned. Nobody can't go in there because it's, you know, the building could be messed up, could be smoked out. You know what I'm saying? Not stable for people to actually use. You know, and that's for Slakia. That's for people who claim to be men of the Lord. The Lord can't use you. You know, you just want to do whatever the fuck you want to do.
I was about to say people they go good example. They can go in that building and get hurt.
Yeah,
Other people,
yeah.
I got a quick precept because it's going into judging, man. Because if we wouldn't judge these people, they'll continue to go the fuck off, man.
Yeah.
This is Psalms 2 and 10.
oh yeah.
Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, they made us judges of the earth, man. To keep it in order, to keep these people in order, man. Because if they continue to go the fuck off, there'll be wickedness everywhere, like it is now.
That's why the Lord took. We was going into how when you know the Edomites ain't around. That's why the Lord took us out of power to begin with. You know, to pit these other nations over. He was basically giving us a whoop, you know, and these other nations, especially Esau, he was his whipping stick, you know. So when we went up, we had to get whipped up.
That was the house of Israel, man.
Yep, we had to get broken down, beat up. And now what he did after the fact that we've been broken down, beat up, he's building us up right in a, yep, he's replenishing us right in the place where we got that whooping, you know. And he's going to take us up out of here, and then just like a father, you know, if you go up, you get a whooping, fast, and after that, he rebuilds. And he might give you a gift after that or whatever. And that's what the Lord wants you to do.
Look at, like, it's called the house of Israel. right? A house is something that you want to be able to go to and enjoy. You know what I'm saying? You go to a house and it got roaches and how can you enjoy that? How can you sleep peacefully at night? You got niggas in your house
flying on your shit.
you got niggas in your house trying to steal from you and stuff. You know, you got goodly. This house is supposed to have your valuable stuff in there, right? You know? The house stole your state. Hey, the house of Israel is supposed to be a special place for the Lord.
Yeah.
You know? So it's supposed to be something that when the Lord comes back and he sees fit for himself.
It's good to say the kingdom start within you.
Within you. Right.
So you can say, you can't steal your thing. You can't even steal the roaches.
God damn. You come to the house, you see the white Jesus with the with the eyes and stuff. Like, come on, man. You gonna see all type of idolatry up in there.
Yeah.
You gonna clean that house up.
Yeah.
Because you're not living comfortably in that house.
Right.
So the Lord clean the house right now. And he getting rid of all the wickedness that's inside this house so that he can make it enjoyable for himself.
He clean the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got it.
Luke 21:36.
Got it.
Watch you therefore and pray always that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things.
Yeah. First, you gotta watch, right? We watch it. So we got to know what's going on, just like the news. You know, you watch the local news. They got to watch. So a newscaster, what you call them, the person that presents the news to you, right? They got to be on guard 24/7. They got to get the story before anybody else get it.
And that's what we are. We're newscasters, right? And they got to be on point too.
They're on point. Yeah.
We're telling people that it's going to get real hot out here.
Yeah. The weather.
Hot enough to burn you to crisp. You know?
Fire. And it ain't gonna be no 90 degrees.
We're speaking in front of
way past 90 degrees.
The mic with the, you know how the newscast channel.
This is channel Baltimore. Gmsbaltimore.
Coming at you live. Reporting the news.
Just that Judy, I think he had an album called 500 Degrees or something like that. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna get past that. Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna go up. You know. So we warning you. We giving you clear warning. And the Lord, right? He worked in mysterious ways, right? So people think the Lord is on their level or their level of thinking. If the Lord picked the lowly ones in this society to condemn the top people in this society, to take them down, you know? That shows you the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because he took a nobody, right? A nobody who were in a cave of Russia and put them all over. Hey, if you look out through history, the world, Jakes, man, there's some amazing things. You know, the scriptures say Israel is the form of all things. So we literally created most everything that you see. See? So if you take a nobody and put them over the creators of the world, because you got to throw in Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai is an Israelite. He's second in command. He's the ultimate Jake, the ultimate Israelite, right? So Yahweh Shai and his brothers and sisters created everything, and you take a people and put them over them. Oh, you got to be a magnificent power. You know, that shows you with the blessings that he gave on the Esau, right? You know, and he gave to Jacob. But that shows you that thing of what it means to be an Israelite. We were, you know, we made everything. Right. Now you got those people who want to claim that they Israel, right? And they create all the wickedness. They control everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. But when Israel, the elect, is put in that power, they're going to control everything. And you know what I'm saying? That's right. They're going to get the world. Esau got the world right now. The fatness of it and everything. And they're making it into wickedness. But when these people, the elect of these people, rule the world, it's going to be running righteousness. The world is going to flourish. It's going to be singing. Just to say, the people, when a righteous, we just read it, when a righteous or an authority, the people rejoice. Yeah. But when wicked bad rule, people mourning. People are mourning. You got your own Edomite that's complaining.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. The animals. I did a video, it's a short, that you got this deer fighting Easter. The animals are mad at this devil, you know?
Satan fighting against Satan. You know what I'm saying out here? In our kingdom, it ain't gonna be that.
Ain't gonna be that.
It ain't gonna be no rebellious Israelites sound like how them brothers getting down.
Right.
Yeah. And you got certain levels. You got certain levels to this elite society. The lower level Edomites are really angry with the top Edomites.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have that in the kingdom. This is gonna be a perfect kingdom because
No serfdom.
right, no serfdom. Everybody's gonna be in order. Starting with the Most High. Start with the Most High. Then you gonna have the Abishai, then King David, then the rest of the apostles, and then the elect. You're gonna be ruling. You're not gonna have no jealousy or anything. You're not gonna having infights like in the past. When you go back to the kings of Israel. You had Israelites, you had the northern tribe beefing with the southern tribe. And the southern tribe beefing with the northern tribe. You had other tribes within beefing with the other tribes like that.
Facts.
So it ain't gonna be none of that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Splitting the kingdom up. It started with David. That's right. David said.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's gonna be none of that in the kingdom. You know?
Right.
The kingdom will be lovely.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We found. Yeah. There it is.
You get Romans 10 and 13. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Everybody gonna be there in the kingdom.
That's right.
You know
That's right.
They see these other cans. They try to make it seem like people be burning in hell and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But we say everybody, all Israel's gonna be there.
Right.
But all Israel ain't gonna get in on the first trial.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Some of you gonna have to die.
Yeah.
And then come back as children
Yeah.
and have to be taught all over again.
That's right. Yeah.
Because right now y'all just wicked.
Yeah.
Y'all not understanding what it is to life.
Right.
You know? Back to the reset.
Yes, sir.
Back to the reset is what resets everything. That's
You gotta hit the reset button.
That's what we was going into. That's right. That Edomite, that Esau thing we was talking about earlier. With the brother just now said. You know, getting rid of Esau is just one aspect of it. The Lord is going to reset everything, man.
Yes, sir.
That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
But like you said, you know, Jake's mindset now, if you get rid of Esau now, come on, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
The Lord has to reset everything.
That's
The
right.
Lord's going to reset everything.
Yeah, a perfect example of that when it's like us going back into it when we were ruling.
Yeah.
We had all that time, to rule.
Yeah.
But when we wasn't subject under the Edomites or these other nations, we were on top at a certain amount of points.
Yes.
And we went off.
Yes.
Went off when we were ruling.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we back it up with the brother just said.
Nice.
Yep.
Resetting everything.
That's right.
The feet cleaner. Yeah.
Nice.
Got a whole program coming.
Yeah.
The Lord gonna have to get a whole program with that.
Yeah.
That's Hebrews 8. Hebrews 8.
Want you?
Amos 3, verse 7. Here we go. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but He revealeth His secrets to the servants of prophet.
Yeah, these secrets, that we're telling you.
There it is.
Because the average, if you go out here, the average person ain't talking about that.
Nope.
Talking about what's about to partake in the preacher.
That's right.
No cap talking about we're not prophets or because we prophesy.
Written in the Bible how we prophesy.
Because it's interpreted. That's right.
Right. They didn't understand going back before the 60s. Outside of the elders and apostles and their teachers, they wasn't bringing this information out. And then those us and apostles and all that, can very well be those men back.
Who said it before it happened?
Right.
Yes, let's go.
That's what prophecy means, to say something before it happens.
Yeah, it would have to be interpreted. That's the key.
Right. Yes, right.
That's how do you know you're a prophet?
Go ahead.
When a prophet will interpret.
Come on.
the readings. Remember, we were those prophets back then.
Right.
And he said, I will wake you to your remembrance. How? Through the interpretation.
Yes, sir.
And this is how we know Deuteronomy 28:68 what it is.
Yes, sir.
What a prophet telling us, how the hell would we know?
Right.
So why would somebody say there is no prophets now? When Jeremiah 28:8,
Yes,
somebody
sir.
get that real quick.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
And this kingdom
Yes,
fallen?
sir.
It is.
Yes,
Yes or
sir.
no? Yes, it is. We were those prophets. See, reincarnation goes with it. Because we were those prophets.
Yes, sir.
As you just said, bro.
Yes, sir.
Well, whoever said that Babylon, it was America, is going to be destroyed in 1 day, 1 hour.
Yeah.
Who said that? We didn't know what we were reading.
Right.
We've been in the church, and the word preacher means prophet.
Yeah.
Why hadn't they told us?
Right. All them years of
They
going
just
to
told us
church.
we were Gentiles.
Yeah.
And the people over there in the Holy Land that put themselves down to real people.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 28.
Yes, sir.
This is how you know in the end times the prophet is.
Uh-huh.
Jeremiah 20. Somebody hit Revelation 14:1.
That's right.
Jeremiah 28:8.
Here we go.
The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil.
Yeah.
And pestilence.
Yeah.
Yep. America is a great kingdom. That's right. Every great kingdom that was on this earth, you know, the Lord always set up prophets.
Yes, right.
To condemn this place and take this place down before he actually did it.
Yes, sir.
You know. So the Lord is a just power.
Yeah.
And look how it's it's kind of crazy. Look how, if you know, because we say, because everybody think a prophet is just to say, yeah, man, this is getting ready to happen. This is getting ready to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, look at, can you read that again? 'Cause listen how it's worded. I didn't even think about that. Listen to how it's worded.
Yes, sir.
That goes into what the elder was just talking about interpretation.
Yes, sir.
Right? Go ahead. If you read that again,
Jeremiah 28.
that goes perfectly into what the elder was just talking about. Go ahead.
The prophets that have been before me and before thee, of old prophesied both against many countries.
Yes.
Against. It said prophesied against. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy how it's worded like that. So for all you people out there that just say prophet, oh, it's just to say something before. Well, that's not exactly going against anybody. It's just saying something before.
Right.
That goes into the interpretation.
Yes.
What the elder was just talking
Yes,
about.
sir.
Right?
Well, the word preacher means prophet.
There
So
you
your
go.
Christian preacher you shouldn't call them prophets either.
Right.
And ain't nobody prophesying against this place.
There you go.
Like you said, exactly.
How we supposed to know?
Right.
How we supposed to wake up?
That's
Yes,
how you
right.
know it.
The preachers aren't telling us
They're
the
not.
destruction, the downfall of the place we living in.
Hey.
Right.
Especially when you got the separation of church and state.
Yeah.
The government came in and they separated the church.
Yeah.
You're talking about LBJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Yeah.
The churches
Yeah.
can't. Well, they had to take the 501c3.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
churches aren't able to speak out.
They can't speak against this place.
Yeah,
Fact.
They
You know.
teach under certain curriculum.
Yeah.
Like school systems, everything
Yep.
out there is a certain curriculum.
There it
You can't
is.
say certain things.
That's right.
Since I'm going into that, Revelation 14, Matthew 19:28. And people still don't even believe what we say is, you know, what's getting ready to happen. Like the layoffs at John, they got like 2,000 layoffs at John Hopkins.
That's right.
John Hopkins. Wow.
Yeah.
Right? And
Damn, we ain't got no wine?
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. I did a video on it last night because you already know a good 98, 99% of them is who? Black women.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Johns Hopkins.
Yeah.
You already know a lot of them is black women.
Yes.
The door's open for Isaiah 4:1.
You
No
know
word.
That shit right there is exactly what's going to bring in Isaiah 4:1, Isaiah
Facts.
13, right? Making the man more.
Facts.
Esau's getting ready to turn that back with y'all, man.
Yeah.
He only
You know?
used y'all to destroy the
That's
family.
it.
That's it.
What the Lord only care about is elect.
Exactly. Yeah, that's all it's. Right?
He basically used the so-called black woman as a pawn.
Yes.
Battle axe.
You know,
Yes.
to chop us down.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, I used to do the video on this black woman holding the pit. The white man holding the pit ball and shit. And they flagged that shit quick.
With the
Every
one with
time I
the
did something with a black woman, they just
Truth hurt. Truth
All right,
hurt.
go ahead, brother.
Matthew 19, verse 28.
Here we go.
What it said in the end.
And Yahweh shall said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that you would have followed me in the regeneration when
reincarnation.
I'm sorry.
You're right.
When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory. You also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah. Read it again for me.
It says, and Yahweh said unto them, verily I say unto you, that you which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, you also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yep, the elect. Going to judge right along with Yahweh Shah. But he got to come back first.
Sir.
So that's a future prophecy as well.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Sir. Now, we know that like what marriage is, you know, that order is going to come back.
Yeah.
You know, not what Esau said. You got to go to the fucking courthouse to get married to get, you know,
Get a license. A death contract.
yeah, come on, that death contract. It ain't gonna be no more death, you know.
That's right.
In the kingdom.
That's right.
Polygamy is not a sin.
Right.
Right.
And he's saying, well, look, I did a video on that. How the Jesuits in West Africa mostly and forced men to be with one woman. Although they were still taking men and mating them out with other women.
Yeah.
They wanted to control them.
Yeah.
So why would the Lord say in Isaiah 4:1 this is going to happen if it was an illegal thing?
Right.
And then the Christians will say it'll be so many men decimated that it will have to be 7 women. Come on, man.
Right. Right.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
You don't think the woman will be decimated too?
Right.
They going to the war.
Yeah.
That feminism.
That's why they have the whole bit about it.
Yes. Yeah.
And they the only.
What the hell?
Just like a thing.
Facts.
Oh, boy.
There it is.
Oh, we making them mad, man.
That's what it is.
There it is, Elton.
Well, we making them mad, man. We in the way, and guess what, man?
Yeah.
Screw your whole bunch, you know, son. Man, we ain't going nowhere,
That's
man.
right. That's
You know?
right.
We ain't going nowhere.
That's right.
I saw an old chick. I guess I guess he followed Israelites. I don't know who he was, but I saw him a couple times. he with that rap shit. You know, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. He just kept saying it. Weird, weird chick, man. He'll go out. He'll do nothing. He just sit on there and he just talks. They're gonna have cheerleaders. I mean, not everybody's a prophet. No, he did not made to be a prophet. But there's gonna be a lot of support, a lot of help.
That's right. That's right.
Revelation 4:21.
That's right, Elton.
This place is going to amp up, you know, more and more leading up to the time, you know, because the things got to be in order before they happen. You know?
Yes.
When that money starts holding,
Yeah.
we're gonna see how good your relationship.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
I was thinking to the end, to death do you part. Now to money do you part.
Right.
You ever see that picture of the guy? He was the woman was holding those stores. You were like, I lost my job, and then she just started fading away.
Which makes sense that the Lord is setting up a whole bunch of single women.
Yeah.
Because if they was all married, how would they go to a man of the Lord?
Right.
They would have to be single.
Yeah.
That's right.
Other than that, the men would have to die.
Yeah.
Another thing too.
The Lord ain't about adultery.
What they doing? A lot of these companies or corporations, they build some real estate agents. They building a lot of apartments. That's what I noticed. You know, driving all around. Yeah. That's for single women and single people. You know, they're building a lot of apartment buildings. You know, so is this prophecy coming back up?
Revelation 14. Oh yeah. Revelation 14:1. And I looked and lo, a lamb stood on the mount of Zion, and with him 140 and 4,000, having his father's name written in their forehead. And I heard.
Are they not prophets? What the hell are you talking about? 12,000 was his prophet. 12,000 from each tribe. That's his prophets. That's the elect out of the nation of Israel.
Good point. And that ain't happened yet. That's about to happen.
So where's the vocabulary? Who did he say that is? That's talking about everybody still?
So the Edomite is going to be judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Yeah, so Donald Trump is going to be sitting there.
Yeah, right.
With a 2 point.
That little hand.
And that man.
Those men would have to still be alive. Because Revelation 7 says, hurt not the earth. Right?
Yeah.
So we still those men. You know, so they would have to be alive.
No doubt they're alive. That's why he said 144,000.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So what other religion is even talking about that? The 144,000 men. You know? Out of the 12 tribes of Israel. Nobody talking about that. You can't forget about that part too. The 12 tribes of Israel.
That guy, God Logic and the weirdos, they know who camp to go up to. They don't. Yeah. They better not come up here with that bullshit.
Yeah.
You're gonna get torched. That's one thing I noticed about these guys that like going to camps and stuff. They know which ones it's like they pick out which ones to go to. Right?
Yeah.
The ones they know they're gonna get away with certain BS, man. Yeah, the Northern Tribe, GMS Northern Tribe, they already dealt with him. And I'm sure they torched him, but he came back the next week and he said, man, we're not dealing with it. And then he cuts it and put it up. So they Northern Tribe brothers, so they didn't really try to reach the, the Southern and Northern Tribe, but mainly Northern Tribe. Man, I'm telling you, them Christian street preachers, they all pieces of shit. They all pieces of shit.
They'll never post the whole thing. They'll clip it, like you said.
Yeah, like a 30-second clip.
Right.
Israelites get scorched. That's why you shouldn't go back and forth with them. You don't give them the content. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. What I like to do when they come up and we dialoguing like that, I always say like every 15 seconds or 20 seconds or so, don't cut it, man. Don't cut it.
Yeah.
Put their ass on the spot.
Yeah, they love that.
Because they'll be sitting up there after we'd have had a dialogue, then they'll start going in, yeah, man, God loves all, and then they'll take 30 seconds of that and then put it up. Yeah, they will. Baltimore gets caught with the scripture. Yeah. They're all pieces of shit.
Yeah.
If they can't hold the whole dialogue, they're all pieces of shit. Even at the worst camp that I've ever seen go out and teach is at Sakari, San Francisco. David Lynn went up to them, right? That's the worst camp. That's the worst camp in Israel. That's out on the head. A doorknob is pretty smart on them.
Which one?
Sakari, San Francisco. That is the word. I done quite a few videos on them. They are dumb as shit, man. One camp went up to them, man, and I was like, man, oh boy. He went into Isaiah 19, thought about the Egyptians. And then he started, I don't want to call the brother out his name, but then he started talking about fucking cartoon characters and shit. Well, I don't have Cash App. What about you? The Egyptian? That's what it say. And he said, bless me, my people in Egypt. And the leader of Sakari said, San Francisco, he said, well, that's what it says. But that doesn't mean it's true. I'm like, come on, man.
That's right.
Yeah. That's like I don't know if they just woke up, went to Lowe's and bought a stand like that, right? Ordered their Sakari bridges off online. Damn, and threw them on. And then he looked at the other guy.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, we just went over that last week. That's crazy. If I didn't know, I'd have been like, look, man, we ain't going back and forth. I'll try to switch it or something.
Yes. Yeah.
Who did God come for?
Yeah.
You got to try to switch it. Or he said, if you don't know, just try to switch it.
Yeah.
He said, Isaiah 19 said, bless me, my people, Egypt. And he's like, that's what it says. If it says that, then that's what it is. Then he just looks stupid. And then he's sitting there with his arms up, just looking dumb as hell, man.
What a minute, something like that.
Then he looked at the other guy, and they looking at you, they fumbling through the scriptures. Wait a minute, we just went over that. The Bible dropped. And then vocab capitalized something and keep cutting in the reef.
To make them look even more.
Like We got to remember when you out here teaching, you're on the defense.
Yeah.
You don't see Christians stand on the corner preaching.
That's right.
Because then we can study something and walk up to them and go into some stuff of history or something different.
Right.
And they'll be like, they wouldn't know.
Right.
What makes them such cowards is they won't go out there and stand on the corner themselves.
Right.
If they street defenders, why are they on the corner defending the truth?
Yeah, they're always in a controlled environment.
Yes.
And then they'll go over to Europe and stand out there in one little big arena and debate.
Yeah.
Well, them debates, man, didn't stop your leaders from becoming a pegulator.
Should have debated that pet kitchen.
Yeah.
On the stand.
I got something right there. This is Philippians 1 and
why did you debate the kid?
Yeah.
Mr. Kidman?
Yeah.
God damn.
Mr. Tickle Tipton the third.
Then he said I haven't did anything like that. But then the thing shows, start off small and then work your way up. I'm like, what the hell?
That was a weird
And they told me to repent, right? Man, you motherfucking Negro, man. You've been doing this shit the whole time. You only saw it because your ass got caught.
By now, that shit's already existed.
So the whole time he was up there doing these debates and him and Deacon are out there rapping and shit, doing all that shit, and he was getting plunged.
I said, don't so much worse than
I'm sitting up there like, he said, I got a, what is that? I forgot the word. I got a thing for Edomite ruling over my woman or something like that. And I'm like, that's not having a ruling class mentality. How the hell is you even a Hebrew? I mean, you're a Hebrew Israelite by, but how is you an Israelite?
Yeah, and then what happened is he never cut off Romans 12. He was never transformed. See, he got a wife, an Edomite mother. And he probably was younger, and they was probably, Edomite was probably freaking on him while his mother was laying in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Probably doing all kinds of sick stuff. And he grew up like that. I believe that was definitely something when he was young. But you gotta pray, man. And he probably did stop when he came in the truth. Because we couldn't hold that against him if he came in the truth. But that woman carried on them marriages and more than she probably been an agent. Probably found out his secret fetishes. A woman breaks you down.
What
about that? And then she was probably like, I mean, we ought to get a kid. Try this thing out. What you say, brother? You a chief priest, but what about that scripture that say keep you from the strange woman? What about that? That's a strange woman. You got Jake that will, go out that way for a woman just because of how she looks. Don't even gotta be how she looks. And I can't even blame the woman 100%. Women gonna do what you do. So he probably got her and say, I want to try this shit out. Exactly. She's probably like, I ain't with that shit. But over time, he coerced her. And then she wound up doing it. And then with her love that she so-called had for him, it's a thin line. When they got into it, she said, I'm going to release all this shit. She started holding, she held it, she premeditated, she held the text message. She held that shit. So she could have been government related or just a scorned woman. It's always women that are what Proverbs 31 say? Is it Proverbs 31?
Virtuous woman?
No, give not that strength to the woman. Give not that strength to the woman, kingly of Mel with Solomon. Give not that strength to the woman. And he really put the strength of the pancake in her hand. I got it. Let's put it on the servant what you thinking. That's what he said. Oh, shit. I got a scripture real quick. He just ain't right. And then he said he made it disappear. He sure did. The whole thing disappeared. I wonder where. Then again, I don't know.
Who says that? Made it disappear. Anybody that right just said, I got rid of it.
That's it.
Fuck it. I threw it out.
Right.
But the question is, why did it come to him?
Right.
Why would your woman send you a goddamn kit like that? Miss Legitimate.
Right.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, sir. This is Maccabee.
God damn, you got it. Imagine an Amazon worker that had it.
This is First Maccabee 1:14.
Here we go.
It says, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. And that's exactly what that is. It's the whole peg man, the peg leg thing. It's the custom of the heathen.
Heathenistic. Yeah.
It says, and make themselves uncircumcised and forsook the whole covenant and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief. And that's what exactly he did. He sold himself to do the pegulator thing.
Well, that's what they were doing, practice. You know, in them Greece, Roman customs. Yeah. He probably was one of them back then.
Yeah, it had to do all that shit back then. That technolatry and all that shit.
Yeah, Rome too.
Rome. Yeah. You gotta know that ain't nothing new. They probably had the wooden bark and they smoothed it, sanded it, and sculpted it and shit. Nah, ain't gonna be no splitters because you know they're gonna shellac that shit, man. Yeah. They're gonna have a shine to it, shit. You know? Gymnos, naked.
Yeah.
They probably got the structure name, whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's why you got a wife. You don't go to take your wife to a gym, man. Keep her ass home. Get her a little rowboat machine or something. And let her watch Leave It to Beaver. Like, go ahead, Sean. Read that again, Sean. Break that. Go ahead,
This is First Maccabees 1:14. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen.
Oh, you're in Maccabees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were heathen back then during the Greece. You know, the Greco-Roman Empire. Yeah, Hellenistic. They were Hellenistic, following those Hellenistic customs. Because you know they wasn't under the law, so us Israelites we always try to be like the other nations. You know,
well, we sold out.
Sold out.
We start getting benefits. You know, because when we try to follow the law, when you read that, we was following the law, trying to do the best we could, and then we didn't get any benefits. That's the same thing happened in Babylon. And Jeremiah 44, I think, when they talk about they worship the Queen of Heaven, and they said we saw much victuals. Or something like that. No victual. But then when they start following the Queen of Heaven, they start getting benefits. And that's the same thing here.
Same thing happened today.
Yeah, the more you follow Babylon, the more benefits you get. So this is why in Hollywood they sell out. And that pagan thing is nothing new. At Hollywood, they do a whole lot of sick shit in there, man. And that's why all of them, the bootleg, that's why they all, what's the name? Vivica Fox came out and said 50 Cent.
Yes.
Like they have his thing. His salad toss and all that shit.
Those Edomites, a lot of those directors and what you call producers. You have to play the couch. We call it the casting couch, right? To get a lot of those jobs. You know,
all of them do. All of them. I remember the guy was telling me, "Shoot Night ain't sell out, man." That big behemoth, he done sold out to.
Because Satan control the money.
That's right. You sold out to that. You see Snoop Dogg now doing videos about hate. And all he did was promote hate.
Right.
You can see he's on a puppet string. Stand against racism. That's all he ever thought. Now your black, shriveled up, drunk ass soda. And now you want to talk about that now. Shriveled up. Still smoking weed and shit, man.
He's one of the reasons why people, he's one of the big reasons why people still smoking that weed and shit.
Yeah, he's one started the Chronic. The Chronic album. He started that
He's
shit.
one of the main reasons why niggas is smoking the hell out of weed right now, man. Because of that nigga, man.
The Chronic album. Dr. Dre.
Talking about hate and shit. And you literally, like you just now said, you literally promote haters. Or like that other sports. No,
you good. You good. No, you good.
Remember that on the back of the album, that King of Kings and Lord of Lords?
Yeah, yeah.
Blasphemy, son.
Yeah.
You think you gonna get away with
Yeah, so had that.
King of
The
Kings,
doc
Lord of
DOC.
Lords? Yeah.
DOC. That's
Yeah.
right. He lost his voice.
He lost his voice.
He lost-
The Lord,
and the window hit him right there.
Damn.
He was
you
in a
lucky the
GMC
Lord ain't kill
tycoon.
him.
Yeah.
But that was an example.
Yeah, get to it,
Yeah.
Elvis. Just Elvis.
Yeah. Remember, the Lord said he was silent to
Yeah, come on, Elvis. Come on.
Oh, the daughters.
Good next, Nate.
The daughters. He said the daughters of music shall be brought low.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's a good one, bro.
That other Murphy looking nigga, Willie D.
Yeah,
Willie
yeah,
D.
yeah.
Yeah, he's all that one, man.
Ghetto
He's
boy.
a sin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, phony nigga, man. Phony
He
is
was the
shit,
main
man.
one putting you down with the game on the. He said, "Let a hoe be a hoe,"
Yeah.
and he was saying, "If you listen to that shit, it's crazy."
Yeah.
He was going in on the fucking black woman.
Yeah.
Now he's up there. See, they don't. We need to protect the black sister.
Yeah.
Fucking phony nigga, man.
Murphy looking nigga,
Him
man.
and Bushwick Bill.
Bushwick Bill,
And
Lil
Scarface,
Hill,
all of them.
black
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his name? Willie D. He looked like the white RoboCop.
Yeah,
Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy.
With no eyebrows.
He looks just like Murphy.
You know, he had a cold scar.
Yeah, he had COVID.
Yeah.
And he lost his kidney.
So the Lord is working.
Yeah.
And Willie D didn't want to give him a kidney.
Right.
So he got mad about it.
Yeah.
And Willie D was like, this is just this business. You know? Why are you looking at all the astonished like that?
Oh, what the fuck is this?
It's a lot, man. Couple like that's like third person roll past looking and saying shit.
Yeah, but they're just staring at us
They
like
just
we the
staring.
real Barnaby barely
Then they roll up the street and roll up the window.
I know, every time. What do you want to hear?
You ain't gonna hear nothing roll about like that.
See, that's them other groups doing that shit.
They want to hear white man and all that shit.
You ain't gonna hear none of that.
Kissing boots and shit.
Yeah. That was an old school thing, but now we on the time to wake up the elect, man.
That's right.
There's a time and a season for everything. Go ahead. And then break it down again, brother. This is verse 15. And made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant. And
Yeah.
joined themselves to heathen and were so through mischief.
Yeah, we always wanted to join with the heathen, you know, because we was getting benefit, you know, just like today.
Yes, sir.
You know, Hollywood, you got even the corporate world. You got to, you know, sell out to them to a certain extent to get, you know, the goodies and all that. You know, so Jake pretty much is in the same predicament. Hey, everything ain't nothing new under the sun. You know, and these are the same people that was back then today. Right. They were back then. You know, everything is reincarnated.
Yep.
You know, doing the same practices. You know, just a little bit different. That's all. You know, and just like the wicked, the Lord, he had the wicked back then. He brought his prophets back. You know, to condemn these wicked people.
Yeah, it's the same game, different people.
Yep.
Like basketball is the same game, it's just a different style.
That's it.
But it's still putting the ball in the hoop.
Nothing new under the sun.
Now, except the pegging kids are now rubber instead of wood.
Yeah, right.
The straps.
I don't know, brother. They probably used twigs and vines back then. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, the little, you got the
Yeah, they probably let them use the little vines and shit.
yeah.
Watermelon vines and shit.
Damn. They probably did. The stringables.
Yeah. You know, Edomites are sick, man. All this shit we get from Esau, man.
Yeah.
And they get it from them Hamites.
Oh,
them Hamites are really heavy in that shit. What you say?
Just stuff them
Hamites, boy.
man. The amount of freakism in them, man, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, because like Esau was too docile to be a freak.
They still got Esau beat.
He just picked up. They just picked up.
Yeah, man, that shit crazy. Oh, then again, Esau is on a whole nother level now.
Yeah, boy.
I mean,
especially with the vertical part, so the statue. Oh my God, man! Like, who the hell is thinking got that toothpick? That just without every single detail. So yeah. Man, I got a wallpaper thing for my computer. It randomizes each week or day. One of them ancient Roman stuff, and I was like, I got that shit off. I agree. Say, you better change that wallpaper. I changed that shit immediately. I'm like, what the fuck is this? That first picture Michelangelo painted of Jesus.
Yeah.
He was I keep saying, as y'all know this, he was naked, and he was holding a big long cross, and on the cross over him where he's supposed to died, it said he is risen, and he got an erection.
You know, I found that picture on there on the Google.
It's on Google. That's why I got it. Crazy. I couldn't even put it up in my video because I was like, damn, this shit might be too much. My compliment, you got to think that shit. You got to have discernment with that. Man. I can't put that shit up. And then what I did do is I had somebody in front of them to block it out. So nobody was that shit. And then they got the other one, Michelangelo. They touched each other. Oh, that shit. Julio to Julio. And they naked with one leg up and shit.
You know, it's all the other one they saw, which I saw not too long ago. I haven't seen it in a while. But you know, the dude that sit there thinking like this and shit. He fucking naked and shit. Why you gotta be naked? Right. Everything's naked with them. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's famous. And they call it art. So you sculpting out some naked dude is art. Right. Get the hell out of here, man.
Yeah, they're still showing that shit.
Yeah. Fucking people talk about, you know, this ball talk about pedophilia, and you got Cupid baby statues and shit, man.
With little Vienna thought.
I see that heat coming out. There's somebody up the street with them damn up the street from us with them goddamn the statue in the yard.
That happened in churches, the Roman Catholic Church.
The little white babies with a little ribbon around. They ugly white babies. With little leaves hanging off their heads and shit.
18 babies.
And they be naked and shit. And they got Mary supposed to be holding Jesus. And it's a little white baby and his buns is showing naked. That's an insult. I wouldn't want nobody to show my mother holding me naked when I was a baby. So all pedophiles see. I didn't know Christianity is a joke.
Why do you look like fucking 70-year-old babies and shit? They look like 74, but they infants.
Because they infuse the faces of men in those little infants. Go ahead, brother.
So, dude.
Or no.
First Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walks about, seeking whom he may devour.
Yeah, so you know, you got this devil out here. You know, you got to be on guard. You know, what's that? Get on the whole armor. The Lord, the Lord, you got to have that whole armor. If not, you know, the Lord, He open for attack. You know, and that's what creeps up. That's why you got to be careful, because that's what happened to a lot of guys. Really open with it, you know. But yeah, that was about it.
You get Hebrews 12 right there. Oh, it's
Hebrews 12:16. It's Hebrews 12:16.
Here we go. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
And that's the thing with Esau compared to Ham, right? Esau came from a lineage that knew the truth. His fathers and them knew the truth. You know, they Isaac, he kept the customs. You know, but Esau wanted to go off. You know?
Yeah.
Esau didn't do anything that his parents told him.
Never.
So the thing that's going to go on now, because you say Esau is far worse now, you know, like a madman or a sick dog that gotta get put down.
Yeah,
right. Esau is he's gonna have to get put down by his father, which is Isaac,
right?
Okay, which is Yahweh Shah. Okay, the one we call Jesus, and that's from the book of John. John say for this cause the Son of God is manifested, that he may destroy the works of the devil.
Yeah.
Right? Because you just said the devil in that scripture.
Yeah.
Right? The devil is Esau, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And anybody who wanna be hand in hand with the society, you're gonna go down with the society, man.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
You loving what Esau brought forth to you, man.
Facts.
You know, y'all think that this is what it is to life, man.
Facts.
You know, you're gonna see just how much these devils really like you, man. This stuff start crashing down. Y'all got that scripture? The Son of God manifested.
There he is.
It's in John.
There it is.
Somebody can get that. Somebody could get Isaiah 34. 34 in March, starting 1. Now we turning up on Esau, man. Esau about to get that justice.
There it is. There it is.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So-called white man.
Yeah.
He was cursed to look that way.
Yeah.
You believe that?
Yeah.
The first John.
Yeah.
It's your first John.
Yeah.
First, Shalom. Hey, Shalom, brother. Let's know something. You got it. You got it.
Man, I forgot about the parking piece.
Yeah.
Come up for some edification.
That's
huh,
right. That's right.
All right.
Man, page to do.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think it might be him. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Barzal Aria. That's me. Oh, the GMS Baltimore.
Yeah.
Bondo Scott. That's what.
Oh, that's you, brother.
That's my.
Okay.
Damn. That's my slave name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
good to put a face with
man. I've been looking at you brothers for years.
Okay.
God damn. I should have took 40 all the way down.
I took 95 and ran into what was it? Townsend.
Yeah,
I sat there hour traffic in town.
Yeah.
I said, damn, I should
It's always bad up there.
First time I came down here, I was surfing the block I couldn't find. And I was going a couple blocks there. But then I was doing the video, I said 500.
I said, got to be 500 Street. Yeah. All right. You know what? I usually be on Facebook because when I go on YouTube, they tell me I got to do like 10 or 20 shorts. Yeah, they said I got to do like, I got to build up my fan page or something. And I got to do like 15, I got to do like 15 shorts. Well, my thing ain't short, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I gotta do it the Lord tell me to, so I know it came from up top. Don't go on Facebook. But I explained that to Elder Apostle to her. Listen, man, I'm on Facebook because that's what the Lord want me to do. You know what I mean? So y'all can get me I'm Curtis Scott on Facebook. And Barzal Aria, I got a page like that too. They keep cutting my stuff out. Yeah. Oh man, they got me sounding like an idiot. You know what I mean? I be all praise to you. How?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cut me out, man. But like, man, it's crazy. But that's the way it is.
You know, brother, they cut you off and know the whole world.
Man, 100% true.
Right.
Yeah.
So they went through the little 30
Yeah. Can't do it.
That's all. It's gonna come a time when all this shit gonna shut down.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Well, how do you devils to save you?
That's right.
That's right.
Man, what's that? Martin Luther King? Every time I mention his name, they get the cut. But Martin Luther King tried to get us to be equal to these cave beasts, man.
You know, it's crazy. It's beautiful to see that an older man like yourself. Most of the older men, they just gave up. Now they're in peace, love. All the shit that this white man has done to us, and they don't have to get paid back for. But yet, if they commit a crime and it's a law without statute of limitations, the white man gonna lock them up 50 years from now. See, this man is a pure devil. And just because you feel like they ain't got to get paid back, God in Ecclesiastes 3:15, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua required that which you pay. You know,
Well, one of my testimonies is I did 15 years, and I was with a white dude, devil. You know what I mean? And he got 3 years probation. I said, man, what the hell? This is back when I was a young man. You know what I mean? So that made me. Then I had got this big lawsuit, and I went to go start a business. You know what I mean? Them devils kept chopping me. Oh hell no, you can't start a business. So then I started looking like, you know, that's when the Lord started coming and bringing me to y'all. You know what I mean? But I went with what was that? IUIC, the purple people. I didn't go with him. I was looking at him. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Man, he ain't nothing but what somebody else wanted to do. Be a Christian and then get a hold of the truth and try to blend that shit together. It don't work.
It don't work.
Like boiling water.
Yeah. When Isaiah 41 happened, then you can have multiple wives. So they just flipping on and off laws. You know, they teach you're going to burn in hell forever.
Right.
So your auntie and your son that died and he didn't listen, he's going to burn in a realm of fire. That's a psychosis, man.
That was another reason why I connected with the 100% truth.
That's right.
Yeah, how the hell your spirit and your soul going to burn?
Exactly.
Yeah, man. They got the Christians, man. They got it all fucked up backwards, man. Excuse my language, but they got it all backwards, man. Right. They sad, man. They're sad people. And like I said, I profess to be a Christian for like 33 years. But I always looked at the Bible and said, this shit, something don't match up. Yeah, something don't. I mean, even when I was 5 years old, and my aunt used to take me to, the Sunday school, whatever. I got to looking, you know what I mean? Then as I got older, I used to laugh at the ladies hollering and screaming. You know what I mean? The Holy Ghost catch them with something, they holler, scream. I used to laugh at that. But then when I started, like I said, I did that time away. I was really reading and studying scripture. And shit don't add up. Christianity's here and the Bible's over here. Yeah. And it doesn't add up and they still don't get it.
Yeah, that's because they've been indoctrinated with this message.
Right. But the Lord just never woke them up.
Right.
You know, Romans 11:7. Yeah. I got scripture real quick. Isaiah 51:17. Here we go. Awake. Stand up, O Jerusalem, which have drunk at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury. And that's why the Lord put you in that predicament for 15 years. Yeah. Like another brother, it might only take 1 year.
The Lord showed me saved my life.
He was a little more hard-headed. Yeah. So he did what he needed to do. You know, because the time in the Lord is different than our time here. Yeah. You know, I went through that all my life, getting locked up, in trouble. So I was getting attacked. I literally saw demons and spirits to attack me. You know what I'm saying? It says, "Thou hast drunken the drag, the scum, right, of the cup of trembling, and wrung them out." So the Lord is telling us that, hey, man, you've been wicked, and we all worthy of death. But the Lord gave us so us favor. Remember, elder brother, it's us out of everybody that knows this. There's some others that know it, but it's a small number that know this. So is that Romans 11? Yeah. 7?
Romans 11 and 7. Somebody got that?
Yeah, 600,000 people within the city, but in the metropolitan area, it's like 2.5 million people. So this little area compared to all this area, that's a small number. You know?
And the good thing about it too is you don't choose the Lord chooses you.
That's right.
You know,
exactly.
That's the beautiful thing about you guys out.
That's the word.
This is Romans 11 and 7.
Here we go.
What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for.
A lot of people are trying to find the answers, but can't. You know, they'll never be able to come close. Y'all been hearing it, you know, but actually, you know, for the Lord to open up your understanding to it, you know, because that's what it takes to understand it. Like you said, you can read it all day, you know.
Yeah, that spirit. I don't understand the beginning of the the Lord, he created everything on the earth. The earth without the sun was our Lord. And darkness was on the face of the deep. But the spirit of the Lord was moving over the water. Why was he moving over the water? Why? Anybody answer that? In the beginning, the Lord created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the spirit of the Lord was moving over the water. Why? Anybody answer that? Why? The water.
What are we made of? What's 70% of us?
Water.
Okay. What's the most of the earth population?
Water.
That's where everything come out of.
Right.
Then he created, you know, you had the land. And out of the land, you know, you had man and beast and, you know, so forth. And you're really kind of thinking way above the situation, you know, because what's important is that the Lord is in us. That's the most important thing to remember. Whether really the Lord's Spirit is on the old earth from the beginning. He's the beginning. He's the creator, which the Son is. Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead. This is Ecclesiastes 3:21. Seek not after things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength.
Right. So all you need to know is that the Lord is with us, you know, and everything. You said His Spirit. Why is the Spirit on the waters? Right. You know, the Spirit is on the earth. This is His creation. He's omnipresent. He's everywhere. Now, can you quote that scripture you quoted? Is somebody, do you know exactly where that scripture is? I know it's in Genesis, but where it goes into like the firmament of the earth, and it talks about the light. And when you know the light, you got to understand the breakdown of Genesis. You know what I'm saying? Because when it talks about the light, it's not technically talking about the sun, right? But like the moon has its own light.
Right. But it was a great light great light in the daytime and a great light at night.
And for the nighttime, yeah, right. But you have the sun and you have the moon. Yeah, but people say the sun is reflecting off the moon. That's why the moon is light. That's bullshit. Excuse the language. The moon has its own light.
Right.
Yeah, it has its own light.
A lot of people don't get that.
Now, when we read Genesis 1:1, somebody read that real quick.
I got it.
This is Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, the Heavenly Father created the heavens and the
read it.
This is Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
Yeah, somebody get that word, God, and the blue letter.
No, he's not in the blue letter.
I got it.
So you got to get with this. See the thing, you know who we are? Like what with our group? Like what we Hebrew Israel. Okay, so we go into the Hebrew.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go into the Hebrew of that word God right there. Go ahead.
The translation in the Hebrew, it goes to the word biblical usage goes to the word Elohim.
Right, which in the Hebrew is Elohim. Elohim, it means, go ahead.
Yeah. It says rulers, judges, divine one, angels, God.
Right, so that wasn't just one person. And that Genesis, the first chapter, it's not just one person. Okay? So a lot of people, they get it mixed up where the Most High God, His name is Yahweh, right? And it means He is or He exists, right? And the very first spirit that He created was the one who the world genuinely calls Jesus. His name is Yahweh Shah. So He gave Him the blueprint along with everything that was created. So when we read Genesis, the first chapter, this is like a big science project that the Most High gave unto Yahweh Shah to create everything.
So what's the difference from Yahweh?
That's the somebody get that word Yahweh in the etymology. Get the etymology of the word Yahweh. We're gonna get the etymology of it, the truth behind that word Yahweh. Okay, because that's Yiddish, as the brothers are saying. But when we go into the etymology of it, it breaks it down about even that is a mistranslation of that name. Got it.
Yahweh in the etymology, etymology, hypothetical reconstruction of the tetragrammaton,
right?
Based on
what is the tetragrammaton? Is that YHWH, right? Go ahead.
Based on the assumption that the tetragrammaton is the perfective of Hebrew verb, our earlier form of ayah was in the sense of the one who is the existing.
Right. So that is you going to different translations, different languages and stuff like that. The original name as it goes down, it starts getting watered down. Okay, right. So that Yahweh is a watered down way of saying Yahweh, but it's not the Yahweh Shah is a whole total different name. But Yahweh is the Most High's name, right? So when we say Yahweh, because
And they'll say Jehovah.
Jehovah,
Yeah.
that's another.
That's closer because it's just without the J.
Right, right.
Because there wasn't what was the sound
Yeah, the E,
the EO what was the EO U
yeah,
sound in Hebrew. Yeah, vowel.
Yeah.
That wasn't EOUB EOUB vowels in the Hebrew back then.
Yeah.
So when the brother said it was watered down, that's what he meant. Because we didn't use those vowels back then.
yeah.
In the Hebrew.
It was just ba, ga, da. It was those things. So it wasn't way or a. It wasn't any of those pronunciations in the Hebrew tongue. The letter J or B, right? That cuts that Jehovah. Right. Can you keep going on that? The Genesis, the first chapter, because we're gonna get to.
And the Bible says, cast down imagination and image. Now, they got a white Jesus every time I'm going to church. I see, but in the book of Revelation, Jesus said what? On.
Turn it on. We got you. We got you. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
We got this piece of garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is the piece of garbage. So you were lied to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank y'all.
This is an absolute piece of garbage.
You're just that's
seeking.
the mark of the beast.
No, that's not.
No.
666.
No.
That's what it says in the book of
The
Revelation.
beast. Yeah, but the mark of the image of the beast is what? It's the Roman Empire. That image. That's not the image of the beast. Now that's a reflection, but that's not the image of the beast, right? So if we accepted that, we all accepted it, then we all be too, right? Because the Lord said, if you accept the image of the beast and its mark, you'll be destroyed. And we all accepted that white Jesus.
So what is that?
That's just a devil. He's a forgery. He's a forgery. That's an Edomite. He's talking about the forehead. All right, the barcode. Oh, you talking about the
That's why he said the reflection.
Now we'll jump back because Genesis 1, because we don't want to stay on topic. We'll get back to the mark game. When you talked about his face was over the waters, as I said, when you look that up, it goes to the world. Right. You know, the transitory thing. Right. When you go into the online etymology of that, it's talking about actually the world, which everything in it. That means the beast, the people, everything. That's why I said what we made up of. Everything on this planet has some element of water.
That's why even in the scriptures it said the body's a living water. Every creature requires water.
Right. But back to that, I just wanted to clear that up. But back to that, he wanted to know what that was. The image. I mean, on the head, the mark. Y'all could Revelation 13. Get 15. Revelation 13, 15.
I got it. 13, 15. This is Revelations 13 and 15.
Here we go.
It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should
right here you got. See, I don't know what your understanding is as far as the scriptures go. I'm not trying to disrespect you on that, because a lot of people, when they hear beast, they're not understanding. I'm glad you brought that up. They're not understanding that this is the vision that Daniel or King Nebuchadnezzar had. Okay, and Daniel had interpreted what it was. Okay, the first beast was the lion. The second beast was the bear. Okay, the leopard, the dragon. Okay, which this is all the Roman Empire all over again. Right. Okay, so when Daniel when he said the stone came and smote the image of the beast at his foot, that's this whole Babylonian system coming down. Okay, which America.
Like Nebuchadnezzar came from when he threw the prophets in the fire, and he said it was a fourth person who was only three of them.
Yeah, you know, right. Shadrach. Yep, Shadrach. He's second the three wise men. Yep. So what we are a part of right now, this system that we live in today, this is a beast system. Yeah. This is a Babylonian system all over, but it's all of them compiled into one. This is all of them. Babylon, this is Babylon the Great, right? This is the Medo-Persian, Greek, Roman Empire ultimate, okay? So that's the image of the beast, the Roman Empire. Yeah, we took after their literature, their language, you know what I mean, their art,
architecture, everything you see is that makes it look like the Roman Empire. By the way it's constructed.
Which goes back to what?
Greek.
No, even before that. Where it go back to? Petra.
Petra. Yeah.
I go back to Petra Edom. Like that shit, that's Petra.
Because Jesus spell backwards is
EAC.
yeah, it's like the soul. Yeah, another way of saying it. And you gotta remember, when the slaves were being tortured and stuff like that, you know, because the masses came through, the white people, they came through, and they say, if you don't say the name of Jesus, we're gonna kill you.
Oh yeah, that's those Jesuits.
Yeah.
But they did out of the time of the Renaissance. The Renaissance came about in the 1400s.
Like they forced us into the religion.
Right. Now, what a Christian will say is, we were already Christians before slavery. You know, who can only be Christian? Israelites. And where's the proof of that? That's Acts 11 and 26. Acts 10, yeah, but mainly 11:26. So really, what they did is those people that got in that land. I'm gonna try to keep it simple. The people in the Holy Land, they try to set themselves up to be Jews, and then they set us to be Christians. Well, really, in all actual reality, when he said Jew and Greek, Jew and Gentile, you had Israelites that didn't accept the resurrection of the Messiah. So the Jew and Greek was actually Israelites. So the only one can be. So they made a separation between Christians. But Christian just means anointed. So then they said, then they came with that white devil. Where's it at? Put it away. Put it down. But then they came with this devil, the Jesuits out of the Roman Catholic Church, right after Martin Luther, who actually took the Apocrypha out. You familiar with that?
He's in charge of that.
In the 1500s,
the Protestants.
The Protestants. Now Martin Luther, he really wanted to translate the Apocrypha, he just couldn't because it was Latin. So they decided to just remove it altogether.
And not to cut you off.
Right.
It was what? First it was Hebrew, Aramaic, right? First, right? And then it came to
Right.
And then it came to English, where it come from England.
Yeah, then with the Latin.
So we lost our whole time. We don't even
Right.
our real shit.
Right.
My language.
No, that's true. So what you had is Martin Luther and Erasmus. He was another one who also had troubles with the interpretation. And what they did is they went to school because they were German.
Right.
So they went to school to try to learn Latin, and they couldn't do it. So they said it was too many. It was too many mistranslations. So they had what you call the Catholic Reformation. And out of Reformation, that's when all these religions popped up. A break off. So then that's when the Jehovah's Witnesses came.
They all came.
Right? Different Roman Catholic sectors, Christianity, and multitudes of different Judaism. Everything got 7 Day Adventist. Well, all that comes from the Roman. Even Islam, that all come from the Roman Catholic Church.
Why do our brothers beef with Christians? My mom a Christian,
right?
And she don't agree with what I'm saying. She say, "Oh,
get that, you want to hell?
You going to hell? You don't believe me? Well, what we believe in? You're looking at a white Jesus in the church. Jesus wasn't white.
Yeah, but don't argue with your mother about it.
No, I wasn't arguing with her.
Yeah.
I was talking to her nice.
I got you. I'm just saying, don't bring up that.
No, she was just trying to put me in place.
Yeah, because that's all she do.
Yeah,
that's all she do. She loves her son.
Yeah,
she figures Christianity. When the Protestants, the Protestants, the Reformation. Protestants were protesters.
Right.
And what they would do is they would go around. You know what they were protesting against too. You had certain white people, Edomites, who wanted us to convert. To be a Christian, but under their authority. Then you had certain ones that said no, like the KKK. They were Protestants. They were Christian Protestants, and that's why they was burning down the churches. So there was one white people against another white people.
They thought that the church had way too much power.
So it was like Burger King against McDonald's. So they was fighting. They was arguing for the competition.
The power to be to the people, not the church.
And you mentioned something not too long ago about they say that the great light is not the sun. And it's not the sun because you had plenty of sun gods. back in them days, especially in the days of Egypt.
Well, the greatest light is Yahweh. Remember, he said the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. That have nobody haven't made it up to the sun. The reason why in Egypt they were doing that like raw, because he damaged his eyes, he felt the eyes, the sun healed him, and Semiramis and them. They had a practice of the sun, and this is why in Jeremiah 10 he said, "Don't worship the stuff above in the heavens and all that," because they believed the sun was their god. Right. That's where you get. That's another form. Yeah. I'm just saying that's a whole nother conversation. That's Semiramis who got pregnant and said the sun beats its heart and all that.
That's the thing with mythology. When you look into that stuff, that they say it's not real. It's just stuff that other people portray them to be. When you look into the actual history, they just know people that just had certain things happen, but it was never what they said it was supposed to be.
Yeah, they had the nut god. Yeah. Right, that's why they call sperm nut. Yeah. That go back to Egypt. The sperm god. Yeah, but you got a statue in a house of a god, plus they had a nut. You believe there's only one truth, right?
What is this? Explain it to me.
That's easy to explain. I'll let y'all go do it. I'm talking to you.
Explain this way. Explain it.
That's water out of chaos.
And with a queptis, there's an order, nuevos ordo sectorum, right?
That's Latin.
We were talking about that.
New world order. New order, that means new order of the ages.
Yeah.
I had somebody in the military teach me that before I came into the And that I represents what you see now, the GOD. You know what the GOD is? The Global Orbiting Device. That also goes into, let's go! Revelation 13 and 16.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Somebody on that money said, that's that God they talk about in God we trust.
Yeah.
That them, that GOD and them. In God we trust. And I just saw when I was out yesterday, an article had popped up, and they talked about putting that on all schools. In God we trust on all schools. Right? That's part of that new world order they talk about. Right.
Now, the white man, where did he get that from? I'm going to ask you, where did he get that from on that money? It's right on the back of it. You can see where it came from. It came from Egypt.
It came from Egypt. But Egypt had nothing but gold. It wasn't no dollar bills.
Yeah, but the white man, who took down Egypt? The white man, the Ptolemy. He went there and declared himself a pharaoh. And what they do is culture vultures, like the brother bring out. Right. He went down to Egypt and called himself a pharaoh, institute two different doctrines, and this is why they call this. This is why the Bible calls it Sodom of Egypt, because this is Egypt all over again. Yeah. Go ahead. Y'all brothers.
And so Jesus is the devil.
That Jesus is the devil. That's not the real name. Do you know God Himself is a demon Himself? Oh, you didn't know that, did you? Now we're going deep.
I know God.
He's a demon like power.
He's the
only one that kills people. He's behind all the killing.
God killed you.
Yeah.
I mean, the Israelites out there in history. Say take the children out, everybody.
Oh, you said what now? Not a lot of people do that. What's that again?
God sent the Israelites to kill the other nations, say kill the children, the women, everybody.
Talking about media. The media, yeah. And that's in the book of Numbers 31.
That's what we have to get.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we have to get. Yeah.
Bring it out, brother. Ezekiel 9.
Yeah, man.
Ezekiel 9, a lot of people admit that. Hey, if I could say, they say fear the Lord.
Yes, sir.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. But we got to go back into Revelation 13. Because that's what's the thing about the money. All your money is going to be digitalized. Yeah, it already is.
Yes.
I mean, you can tell how phony this currency is. You can tap
all you got to do is take a tap.
$100.
Tap and fail. And I'm like, what?
And that's what happened to Rome before it fell. They watered down what do they have? The Nereus? Yeah. And they watered down the money, and they started putting lead in there. So even when we was young, me and this older gentleman and you and us, real simple. Yeah, some of them. But some of them, they had already started watering it down. Yeah. Back in the 60s and 70s, it wasn't even real. Them quarters you had, they wasn't real. Some of them were. Some of them. I guarantee you probably had some lead in that shit too. Wow. Yeah. All right, go ahead, brother. Revelation. Wow.
This Revelation,
you know, whatever you want.
This Revelation 13 and this Revelation 13, 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right. So we coming upon a time where these devils, you turn that sign around? Mm-hmm. These devils, man, they about to bring this new world order, man. Okay? That's what you read on your money.
Yeah. This is Revelation 13, 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right, and yeah. I gotta be able to speak freely because this, you know, you might not know what the mark is, right? Do you get that word mark in the blue letter?
Is it technology?
Absolutely, it is. Yes, it leads to it. It's the RFID microchip. Okay, that's what the mark is. Because eventually they're going to try to mandate that you're going to have to get that implemented in your head, and that's supposed to be the answer to a lot of the problems. Your money going to be on there, your ID, your health records, everything. Who's down with the system? Okay, and it also shows that they own you. Your fetishes.
No man can buy or sell.
There you go. No man can buy or sell. You ain't going. Everything will be shut down. Remember, they just shut down stuff, and if you, in order to get back into the way of things, how they said, you had to go get jabbed up. Right? You remember that?
Yeah, you gotta get the,
But that is going to be a point in time where they're going to say you got to, because they're going to think people, you can lose your wallet, but can you lose your hand? You get what I'm saying? If they put it, what is it, Elon Musk? He's already working on this technology right now to put it in people. Successful trial.
Not to cut you off. Who's the president? I heard something about Elon Musk up in there, and they say he the president.
Well, people
I thought Donald Trump.
I say all presidents.
Like, what's that going on?
Yeah, that's the thing with kings and queens. I mean, king.
Elon Musk say nothing but an alien.
Right. It's Proverbs 29. At the end of the day, unless you want to get them, go ahead. No. I would say you're talking about who's the president. A president is not a king. You know, who is the king? So that's why they got to go to the Congress, vote, veto, and all that. Yeah. If you're a leader, why the hell do you need all this? They get it from the ancient times where you would have advisors. Elder men advise you certain things. That's right. But the real king, right, is the Heavenly Father.
Yes, sir.
What did he say? I'm a great king over all the earth. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? And we understand wicked kings. That's why I said Proverbs 29. Yeah.
It's, Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Yeah. But when the wicked bear a rule, the people mourn.
So these people are mourning. Go ahead, Salakia. Right now, you got families that are ruling the world, which is the Rothschild families, the Oppenheimers, DuPont, Rockefeller.
That's all we got right here.
You know, they're the ones who rule the world. It's all a joke. Everything you see now is a complete fraud.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
You got felon rule in office right now.
And they want to keep that bloodline pure too, by the way.
Hollywood is demonic. Hollywood is evil.
You forget about it with that.
Who runs Hollywood? Yep. Who do they look like? Them? Do you know what Hollywood means?
You got it.
Somebody can break it down. What actually Hollywood means? Okay. Hollywood going to the. Go ahead, brother. If you want to tell you, hey, brother, go ahead.
Well, Hollywood to the hollow branch or the hollow tree, right? Back then in the Jewish, they used to use the branch, the wand, magic wands and practices and magic, worshiping Satan.
That's it.
So
That's why you heard of Drew Hill Park? Yeah, those used to be rituals down there, and I think the brother behind the camera used to go into that. We study all that stuff, you know.
I'm studying.
Yeah, you keep studying, brother, and keep learning. You gotta learn. But you gotta make sure you get the right information though. Because then it'll drag you into all different doctrines. Yeah. Follow Great Millstone, man. We're gonna tell you everything.
A lot of misinformation out there.
Oh, I got, because what we was going into, you know, what a lot of people like doing is trying to lump all Hebrew Israelites together. And all Hebrew Israelites are not the same. Like, for example, we were just talking about Revelation 13. Revelation 13 is one of the biggest things that Israelite camp hate us for, right? Us GMS for. We don't get a lot of these. We don't get a lot of, because what another thing that other Israelite camps are into are a lot of gimmicks. You know, they'll put on a front for the camera, you know, curse out a whole bunch of so-called white people just for views and stuff like that. We're not doing that up here. So we are separate from a lot of Israelite camps. So you know, like the elder was going into, you gotta, you know, pray to the Lord and make, you know, him to guide you to the right information.
Yes, sir.
Because those other Israelite camps, they'll tell you something way different about the mark of the beast. And when you read Revelation 13, it doesn't add up.
Yeah, we got,
you know,
got more now.
But they'll say the word mark. See, you got to go into etymology of words. Like you had the book of Mark. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And you have Mark, them that cause division, meaning scope mark. Yeah. Then you have the actual physical mark. Right. Yeah. The problem with the English language, due to transliteration over the years, words change. They start meaning 5, 10 different things.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Since I've been going
now the whore is a 304. Right.
Since I've been going through my spiritual warfare, it just begins. I've been going through spiritual warfare.
That's right.
Having demonic dreams and attacks. Yeah, I'm be honest. In the Bible, and I realized, like, hold on. I was born in the 6th month. That's true, right? The 8th. Add that up. 6, 6, 6. And I'm like, what is the mark of the beast? Can we? Is it the black man?
No, we're gonna break it down to you.
We're gonna break it down.
We're gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down.
Slow it down, brother. Slow it down.
Don't try to curse yourself.
You're all right, man. No, I know you got a hard on for the truth. Slow it down.
You got it now.
You're all right.
We're that word mark right now. In Revelation 13, a lot about this. It's rare cases that we get our people come up and have this question. That means you have to read the book. Searching for answers.
And this is exactly what we up here for, man. We ain't up here for nobody posted a big camera. Look, these Hebrew. We ain't up here. Just the move.
Right. We're going to ask steel toe. We're going to answer that question that you have, man. So you don't be thinking that you hurt.
No, you dumb, brother.
I read it over again. Read that. This is Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Right, go ahead, go into that word mark. And the word mark going to karag, which means a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. Right. So that stamp is like, you know, you showing that you down. Because it's a scripture where it's in the law where if a slave master has a slave, right, and that slave wants to remain a part of that house, right, he's supposed to bore him, okay, and with an awl, okay, to say I love my master, okay. So what's going on right now is going to be a digital awl, which you're saying that this is my master and I love being in this society, okay. Because the kingdom of heaven is coming. When the Messiah returns, right, he's going to come back and he's going to establish order on earth. The kingdom of heaven is going to be established on earth. And the righteous, the elect, those who the Lord chose are going to be the ones who enjoy the kingdom of heaven first. Okay? When he was talking about the image of the beast, going back to ancient Rome, right?
they marked their slaves with mark. Right, they saw it in the movie Gladiator, right? When they marked him, he was in a cage.
Yeah, we were marked too.
Yeah,
at the time of slavery. It's a physical thing that's talked about here.
Yeah, right.
Now, what was the Greek word?
The Greek word for
charagma. What's another word for charagma? Charax. Or character.
Right.
Character.
That's why John Watson's Bible.
It says character.
It says character. Yeah, character.
You got it.
Yep. That's what it says right here.
Listen up.
Yep. It's character.
Character. This is the word.
Character. It says symbol, marked or branded on the body.
Ptolemy did it too. Yeah. He used I think the I release symbol or something like that.
Now, when you look at character, you look at the term of cartoon character, because that means engraving. That's why they called it a cartoon character, because that was a engraving that they made. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Like Walt Disney, that devil. Where do you think that's from? That's why the Muslims use that star and that moon, crescent moon.
That's why you used to mock black people with cartoons.
Right. That's why they mock us. Looking at your character. Go ahead, brother.
Yep. It says symbol.
Here we go.
Or drawing used in sorcery.
Right.
Yeah.
It says alphabetical letter graphic symbol standing for a sound or syllable. It says
like witchcraft.
Right. Read that part over again.
Shalakia. Now, pharmaceutical is witchcraft. Pharmakin. When you go into that word pharmakin, that goes into witchcraft. So those the pharmacy markets and stuff like that, because that with the people who are going to be doing that, they love blood and all that stuff, man. These devils right here, they love all that stuff.
Yeah, that also goes to the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration.
That's why when you go to the doctor, sometimes not nothing wrong with you, but they want all this blood. And where they storing this blood at? Where the blood going?
Down the scriptures does say there's life in the blood. So through technology, they know what you got if you're sick. And in this society, you don't know if you're sick unless you get your damn blood drawn.
Right.
That's how sick this place is.
That part.
So you know what I'm saying?
That chip, when they implant it, it's going to have everybody information. And there are videos that people actually have it.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Yeah.
Okay? But you got more than that?
Yeah, we got to go to the details. Read that part over again.
Yeah.
Well, so when you said have a mark in their right hand forehead, it's actually have a character. Because the root word you got to go into. Right. Like when if I'm running a race and we come into the tie, right? It's spelled TIE.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of the necktie or are you thinking about the race tie? You're thinking about the race. So it's two words, homeograph, that spell the same but different in meaning. This is why people get screwed up on these words. Go ahead, brother.
It says character, symbol, mark, or branded on the body. Symbol drawn using sorcery.
Oh!
Yeah. Alphabetical letter, graphic symbol standing for a sound or syllable.
So this was the reason, the original word for character.
Because he read.
Now, go ahead, brother.
No, somebody, I was just saying, you read that from that definition is coming from the John Wycliffe, like the brother just mentioned, coming from the John Wycliffe Bible of 1382. Now, remember, I just showed you the way it was spelled without the H character. And that's how it was spelled in Old English, right? So in the Bible, in the 1382 Bible, it said character with the elders born in.
Right. And now it's just the word. You got it. This is why the scripture says, "Study to shew thyself approved."
Right.
If you don't study and you just read the Bible like it is, you're gonna be lost.
That's why you got to have. That's what like we was going into earlier. Prophets, right? Prophets don't only just say things that that happened before. It's the interpretation. So when you read, that's why I always recommend everybody before they go on the mark of the beast, read all of Revelation 13 and not just start at 16. You got to read all of it because, and then you watch the Great Millstone videos and they'll break it down. So in Revelation 13, like the elder was, like the brother was saying, and Revelation 13, they don't mention the lion, right, being the Babylonian, the bear.
the leopard, and the dragon. And once you understand that, then you'll know what the image of the beast is, which is the dragon, the Roman Empire.
See, I get angry at God. You know why?
You get angry at who?
These Christians in the church is preaching the watered down gospel.
There you go.
You know, they're not preaching the real truth about what's in the book. Now, for instance, look at this picture. That's Emmett Till.
Yeah. But why are you mad at God? Why are you mad at God? You think you're mad at God?
Why we keep suffering like this, man? Why, man?
I tell you what, I'm sitting against the Lord. That's why I'm deserve it.
Whoever resisted
They
his will.
sin too. White people.
All right, but they're not the Lord's people. We are. Because Amos 3:1 says that the Lord only know our people out of all the families of the earth. You gotta show me where the Lord told the white man. That's quoted from you, brother. Which I kind of thought that before, but you put it in clarity. You gotta show me in the Bible where the Lord said, "I will punish any other nation because of their iniquity." Never said it. You ever been punished as a child before? Years ago? Well, that's what they kind of
I mean, I just grew up in the streets. I was a drug dealer and stuff. I got shot a couple times. You know what I mean?
Did your mother never punish you or discipline you?
Nah, man. Like, we was in the streets, like I said.
Okay.
I ain't got
That explains
more questions.
That explains it.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So this is why this is
my life.
Right.
I became a chef. I'm a professional chef.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. Okay. That's a blessing from God, though. Yeah, man. Yeah. That is. You want to get good from the Lord and not bad? We go on. It's the same God that can bless you and curse you.
Yes, sir.
You know, He blessed our people. We're supposed to be the inheritance of the earth. We're supposed to be the right
life around.
Yeah. There's supposed to be the right steward. You got scripture? Yeah, I'm saying again. Oh yeah, Amos. Somebody can get Amos 3:1. You got scripture? Go ahead.
This is Daniel 9:11. Yeah, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they may not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
That's right.
And he
you ever hear it saying the day of the Lord is 1,000 years? So the one day 1,000 years to us is one day to him. So that's why we constantly, it's a regeneration. We're reincarnated. So we keep coming back, and serving out our punishment because he's ready to lift it. Can you imagine? This is real talk. Can you imagine if everybody got tired of being punished? Yeah. And they said, all right, Lord, we woke up now. Right. How would you understand that you were really in captivity in what you have done? So the Lord makes your ass feel it. In Isaiah 55, he said, my thoughts are not your thoughts. So the Lord making our black ass feel this shit.
All throughout that punishment. When you come back as a baby and grow up, you don't forget your past. You forget your past life, so you can feel all that pain.
Get that, brother. Let's show them.
And then the funny part is that when you're a child, or even you might come across an area. You might feel that deja vu, baby. Hey, I was here. I might die.
Yeah, let's show it. We gotta go to this. We gotta have it. Ecclesiastes 1:9.
This is Ecclesiastes 1:9. It says, the thing that has been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. It says, is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It had already been of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things. Neither shall there be any remembrance of the things that are to come.
So you don't know your past life, and you don't know if you're going to come in the next life, what the hell you're going to be doing.
Right.
The Lord is furious, but remember, he sent his own son down here to get torched.
His own son.
He had to carry that big thing, wood. Yeah, the crooks.
It said it pleased the Lord. He was pleased to have,
But that's not him.
No. Psalm 47. You want me to show you who that was? You want me to show you who Emmett Till was?
Yeah,
I'll show you something.
I know what they did to him.
Yeah, but he came back. Reincarnated. He came back reincarnated. Is that other, what's that, Rice? What's that, Rice? Samir Rice. They look exactly alike. Yeah, and he died damn near the same way. So there's a thing called reincarnation. Go ahead, brother. I know you was over there.
Daniel,
Psalm 47.
Daniel 9 and 10. Here we go. Neither 10 and 11. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our power.
That's right.
To walk in his laws, which he have set before us by his servants the prophets.
Right.
Yeah, all Israel had transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
Finish 12. Finish 12.
12.
But the main thing is in
And he hath confirmed his word, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done, for under the whole heaven has not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
Upon Jerusalem, it's upon our people. So the thing too, right? Because you said, why the Lord keep doing this? You know what the word gospel means? It means good news. That we out here proclaiming the good news right now. You got to think about it. If we've been doing this for years, throughout generations, we deserve everything we get. Yeah. If you think about it, if this is true, in all these thousands of years we've been sinning against God, we could never make up the sins that we've done. Right. So we ought to be thankful that he sent his son to die for us, to cover us with that. Because if he never died for us, we would never get out of this captivity. When the Messiah was teaching them, this is at the end, this is the last, they grew old and died. They actually thought that the return was coming and it was all going to be saved. It's been thousands of years. But as I said, the day of the Lord is 1,000 years.
Just like in the book of Job. Now, Job had all, he was fly, he had everything. He was rich, he had a nice family, he was a man of God, he was doing good. Now, the devil, I guess he had a word with God, talk to God like, yeah, I'm obsessed and take everything from him, destroy him.
No,
The man lost his family, he lost everything, and put them with diseases and shit.
Yeah,
like yo.
No,
that's the truth.
You're going off on that because the devil ain't have a word with God said, I'm going to do this. It was God the one told Satan, this is what you're going to do. Yeah, it's the other way around, brother.
Yes, sir.
He's going to show it to you.
Yep.
Is it Job 2? Is it 2? I know it's 1 and 1 too, but it's 1 and 2.
I know the Bible.
6 verse, yeah. Yeah, Job 2 and 6. You got to go. He's going to show it to you. This is Job Zeal, brother. You got it. Keep learning. Yep. Go ahead, brother. Oh, this is Job 2 and 1. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. Oh, Satan is the son of God. And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man? Now we understand the way it's speaking and sounding. You had to know when he was saying it. When he was saying it, they made it kind of put it up kind of nice in there. But you know, he wasn't like Talk to Satan like, you know, Satan. Right. Nah, he was giving orders. Look, this is my servant. This is what you're going to do. Bam. The writer's trying to change that around. Keep going, brother.
Here it goes. This is Job 2 and 3. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin to skin, yeah, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face.
If I can add on to that, that's why that MOT beat the mark of the beast, right? What you said was the microchip. Because what these devils is planning on doing, man, with this new world order, they're planning on shutting down everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And you're not, we said the buying and selling. You're going to have people out here dying of famine.
Yep.
Okay? The Lord, Yahweh Shah, he said, don't worry about what you're going to eat. That's right. Okay? Fear not them that can kill the body.
Fact.
Okay?
Right.
But fear him who can kill the body and soul.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yeah.
So these devils, they planning on bringing a lot of help.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they don't have faith that the second coming is going to come. Right. Okay? That the Messiah, that there's a Savior going to come. So some people, they believe in the system.
Yeah.
They believe that they're going to, because that's how they're going to present it.
Yep.
The smart is going to be the answer to all your problems.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You ain't going to have to worry about who's the right now what Trump is trying to do. The foreigners who are really Americans. Yeah. Because if you really got your papers, your mark is going to show it. Okay. So a lot of people who are fooled by this American society from these people. Yeah. They're gonna take it because they don't have faith in God. Whereas though the true believers are going to be speaking against it, and some of them may end up losing their life.
Yes, yes.
Okay. But there's going to be men and women that's going to accept, that's going to believe.
Right. Right.
Because it talks about 12,000 of each tribe. A man ain't going to have one woman.
Right.
You're going to have all the women you want, man. You might have 50 women.
That's right. Like Solomon.
Yeah, that's right. That's Solomon. That's right. Solomon was getting down. But the Christians will say, see, he had all these wives. That's what, it says his wives turned away his heart, not his concubines turned away. So when you go back to Adam and Eve, it only took one. That's right. So what the hell are you talking about? Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, my brother. Solomon.
Go ahead, brother. Yeah. This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 15.
Yeah. But when he got older, that's when he got weak.
Yeah. This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14.
Here we go! To the mark that his brother bringing out.
It says, woe to the world, them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there,
guns, everything.
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Meaning the police, the fire department, martial law. They swords in their hands, meaning knives, guns, a rock. That's right. An instrument of destruction. Go ahead.
It says a man shall desire to go to a city and shall not be able.
Right.
That's right. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Now, when you go to Isaiah 13, it also talk about the houses destroyed and wives ravished. Right. So there's going to be an onslaught of rape. Yeah. Some men going to come out of jail.
Yeah.
And them booty bandits coming out of there going hard, man.
They can't worship the dope god.
They're gonna rape men too.
Yeah.
Just said that verse in the book of Lamentations to say, "Oh yeah, ain't gonna be able to walk in the own city or."
Yeah. Now we read Ecclesiastes 1:9. No new thing under the sun. I believe that's going back in Babylon. Yeah. In Babylon, what's his name? Jeremiah. He was like, damn, Lord, why do I have to witness this? He says, pray not for this people. And he was talking about in Lamentations how the suffering and the struggles. He might have seen children starving to death, man. You know, because the siege is coming here. Go ahead, brother.
They say they haunt our steps that we may not be able to walk through our streets, right? Now we got these devils. They done cornered the market so fucking bad that these citizens are stupid. Okay, everything is on the phone, right? They gonna know where your whereabouts are and all that stuff. You know, the government has passed what they call the Patriot Act, where they are able to say that the citizens are terrorists. You know, after that 9/11 happened. So these people that aren't down with the society, they're going to be allowing them the martial law, warlike law. They're going to allow them to be able to kill the citizens. Okay, so you're going to have all different type of robots, all different type of insurrection. Yup, insurrection, all different type of technology that they created to use as killing weapons. Right. Okay, like the missiles. Yep, that's right. They put it in the movies. All that. Now I remember you said something about the government phone. You know, everybody's phone is a government phone. Yeah. They all linked in. They don't give a goddamn what phone you got. Right. They just want to make sure the poor people linked in. And all these phones got chips in. Right. So this is the same thing. This is why it says rich or poor. If you're poor, we got to set up. You got to social DHS. Right. Department of Human Resources. Yeah. You can go down there and line up, and they'll have a chipping station. Yep. You can go like you get your jabs for the such and such season, flu season. Yeah. Right? Ain't nothing for free, but they giving you that shit for free. Yeah, right. They're going to have it this way. You can go in there, just give it to me in my arm. You know? And they're going to have 5 motherfuckers standing there, excuse the language, with syringes in their hands. Yeah. Where you want it at? You want it in your neck? We'll put it there too. We don't give a damn. Right. You know, like Al-Azhar, he's like, put it in my cheek.
It's just like that vaccine when they, you know, with the COVID shit. What is in that?
They don't know. They just make that shit up out of notebooks.
I know a lot of it has mercury and some other stuff.
Like what is that?
And people dropping dead. They put on the real information on that. What's that? The scripture says we're not ignorant to see devices. That 11. That's a lot of that is population. Yeah. That's what most of that shit is. Yeah. And to get rid of the elderly. Yep. I had an old white woman tell me that. I was coming to Walmart, putting my groceries out. And she was saying, "What are you eating?" And this and that. Like, this bitch knows. But I said, "All right, you know, some shit ain't that good for me." Then we started talking about health stuff. And she was saying that, they're trying to kill off the old people. They're trying to get rid of the elderly. Now, when you know white people are telling you this, you know there's a problem. Right. Now, I believe she was the Edomite. Some of our people look white that ain't white. That's right. You know what I'm saying? What you saying? You were scattered, yeah.
Can we go back onto that? Revelation? No, I know you were the Revelation 13.
Yeah, I think he got it.
I'll come on with the 6:6.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Because you gotta learn, you know, when you learn this, you gotta start small and then build. We can't teach you it all in one session. You know, it's gotta build with it. Like right now, you already know something about the truth. The main thing you need is the name of the Lord. That's right. Watch the right videos and grow in the faith. Yep. Yeah. That's what Paul was doing. Paul didn't try to cram it down people's throat, and that's why they had a problem with him. Like if you came up with no beard, like I can't grow one. But if you came up with no, we wouldn't tell you, man, you got to grow your beard before you come back up here. Right. You know? Right. If you came up with a hat on, IUIC did that. You can't come up here in the house of God with a hat on. First of all, you're not in the congregation. Right. This is the congregation. Right. We're trying to wake you to your remembrance, and it's a slow process. That's right. How many of us found out the truth and just cut off everything? Sure. When I first heard the truth, I was still eating crabs. Yeah. Well, you probably did. Everybody's measure is different. Yes. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. But that don't mean you fully cut everything off because you didn't really fully know the name of the Lord. Right.
You still gotta grow into it. Yeah. Grow, and that's why a lot of people
not to cut you off, in the Leviticus, it says what to eat and what not to eat.
Exactly. And that's not ritualistic. That's for your health.
But you only can eat like You eat some shit like that, but you can't eat anything else. You know, it was like I felt like I was.
No, you can eat other things.
It's not. It felt like I was torturing my own self. And now when I go in the book of Daniel, right, and it says, Nebuchadnezzar came, right? You know what I mean? And the Lord told her, only what? Water and vegetables. It was a fast. The Daniel fast. I did the Daniel fast for 40 days, brother. Like my baby mother got mad at me because I wasn't eating her fried chicken.
Yeah, you know what? Let her be mad. You doing it for you. We can't tell you wrong.
She thought something was wrong with me. Like, crazy.
We know that's not what we're saying. We can't tell you it's wrong.
You talking about a brother that was eating chicken box with French fried chicken box.
It's healthy for you, though.
Yeah, I said. Yeah. She got mad at 40 days. She got mad.
That's women are weak vessels. They don't understand on the level.
Yeah, she was like, "You ain't gonna eat this fried chicken right here." I said,
"She just I find it insulting because her mind."
Right.
That's all. Yeah, because a woman. You can't be mad at her. A woman's whole primary job is to nurture. And I tell brothers this: you'll get the woman on fix all these big meals. Then you become 400 or 500 pounds and she don't want you no more. And she's the one causing the shit. You sick, you got gout, you know what I'm saying? You can't get erected no more because you was eating all that shit. And then now she blaming you when your ass the one cooking shit. You know what I'm saying? That goes to show you a woman is a weaker vessel. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was eating, my wife was fixing all this shit. My face was coming out. Shit. And I was like, God damn, I'm all out of breath, holding my knees and shit. Right. Time to get busy and shit. I'm like, hold on a second. Like on the sideline in the fourth quarter and shit. I had to get my ass somewhere back. And I said, look, you can't cook this shit. That's why we got to be the ones to stop. Because women will do that shit. Your whole job is to trap her and make you submissive to her. And then she goes out and mess around. You're not cute enough no more for me. I need dance. Lean over and shit. You know what I'm saying? 40-minute break. Woman's job is to trap your ass, man. I'm telling you.
I know.
You already know. Once you lose your dignity, they got your ass, man. And then they don't want you no more.
She fried some pork chop and man, on my face like, it's my sauce.
See? She wants you to say,
I don't want that. Like, I push it on the table.
Hey, I ain't gonna come against it. You should have watched that shit off. Get that shit away from me. Shit away from me. Because if you can't respect me and what I believe, and them women always talk about, you gotta respect my wishes. Right. Like we don't have wishes and beliefs.
Right.
You can simp out to them women if you want, but every man I've known that simped out to a woman has lost them. Because they love the challenge of other women like them.
And one day she was like, "You want bacon and egg sandwich?"
See, she trying to get you that shit. No, he don't like that.
Already know. I said,
get out Joe 39-17. She's trying to tempt me to go on, but that's why right now the woman is of the devil. Because that's why the Satan tempts the woman. She's the weaker vessel.
That's what happened in Genesis.
That's what happened in Genesis. Absolutely. Job 39:17.
This is Job 39:17. It says, because God has deprived her of wisdom.
Talking about the woman. Go ahead.
Neither have he imparted to her understanding.
See, sometimes it be them big women and they'll do that shit. I want this nigga fat like me. He ain't going nowhere.
Then there'd be two fat hogs in the bed rolling around.
100 degrees outside with 90% humidity. That fucking bed look like a hammock.
Therefore, you can't tell who's ass.
So, the bottom line is, when the scripture says we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, that's talking about our own women. Yeah, that's Satan's device.
Yeah, they rule our.
How many men in history been brought down by women?
Right. And
David?
yeah. When Adam was the first one. And when they make this mark mandatory, the women are going to make that a lot of their men go get it. Look at that scripture in Job. They're going to curse children. She cursed Job's wife cursed the Lord. Remember that? Yeah. You remember that? His wife cursed the Lord. Remember Lot's wife?
Job to curse the Lord. She wanted Job to curse God.
Remember Lot's wife? Yes, she said.
So you talking about Lot's wife, the one that
That was a Sodom, Gomorrah.
that
Turned around and turned to a pillar.
that's all.
And it wasn't just Sodom and Gomorrah. Yep. There was like a few other cities, right? So what we read in Ecclesiastes 1, no new thing on the sun, just like that was destroyed with thermonuclear fire, because you know there had to be that nuclear energy that he gave. What's the name that did the missile? That came from the Lord. A ship probably crashed, and they went in there as the devils they are and got some technology. The Lord gave them that. It's like when you hear the ships, the UFO crash, that's the Lord feeding them the bait.
Yeah, sometimes it really be.
Then they'll go in there and say, that's how you split the atom. You know what I'm saying?
That's what one thing I do believe, we don't wrestle against the flesh and blood, but against the principalities and the powers and the rulers of darkness of this world.
One point.
That's when I looked at it, that's why it made me come in my mind.
See, the very thing that you think may comfort you will be your very enemy. The only thing that's going to comfort you is not your enemy, it's scripture. Because you can't depend on a woman to comfort you in the time of trouble. You need this Holy Spirit to comfort you. You know, it's up the ladder. When you in that day, we're going to comfort them, and the Lord's going to comfort us. You know what I'm saying? So keep your integrity, your dignity. Don't weaken out behind a woman. Right. And that's what you was bringing up. She know you don't eat that shit, but she frying it up. She's trying to, she probably dumping some cayenne pepper in there so the spice. When Yahweh Shah was in, the valley of was it Gethsemane? He was sweating profusely, like it says the sweat was coming out like blood. That's how much he was sweating because he was getting real weak. It says that the spirit of the Lord sent an angel to help strengthen him. You know? He ain't sent no woman to strengthen him. He sent an angel. That's right. That's why they call them women. They call themselves angels. Fuck out of here. The men are the angels. Go ahead, brother. This society is just so goddamn effeminate, man. Stand on your dime as a man. There's no weak for them goddamn women, man. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, 15 and 19.
Here we go.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
A lot of these niggas, man. You got a lot of people who are doomsday preppers. Right? You don't know whether or not you're gonna be able to have that. There it is. You know, when it's all said and done. You know? Some people gonna be trying to save their life. Come on. And you know what? Somebody get that? Trying not to save your life. That it's in Matthew. Because that word save, we want to get that word save when we get that scripture. That's nice. You know, there's a lot of people gonna be trying. It says he who saved their life, right? So lose it. You gotta lose your life. It's Jesus. You got
Matthew 16 and 25.
Here we go.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
Right. So when we found our life because we let whatever, like you said, you being drug dealer, right? But you clean your life up for the Lord, you find yourself living, which means you ain't angry with the Lord. You're not angry. You found out the answers, right? Where when you go into that word save, right? one of the things that you can save is to a hard copy or a hard disk.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That like like a file for like a USB or something.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like that. That mark of the beast. So some people are going to be trying to save their life.
Yeah.
When this stuff by getting that, and they're going to lose it.
Yep. Lose it just like you lose out on everything. I used to drive Acuras and stuff. I was balling. Feel me? All that's gone.
Take that. 14
Once I gave that drug life up, all them the Acuras and the whips, everything.
Oh, disappeared.
Now I'm on my feet.
Yeah. Doing even better.
Yep.
Doing even better.
I ain't got to look over and watch my shoulder.
Yep. That's it. Yep. The only thing we looking at whether the Lord, continue to have mercy on us, because we gotta endure to the end.
Yes, sir.
Okay, he who endures unto the end, the same shall be saved. That's what the Lord says. Because we gotta wait for Yahweh Shah to return. And I can guarantee that's why we all out here, man, putting our life on the line, because we all believe, that the Lord is going to return. But we gotta keep that faithful to the very end, man.
Go ahead. This is Revelation 14:9.
Here we go.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Right, because what's going to happen, okay, it's America is going to be destroyed with thermal. Okay, and World War III. We coming very quickly onto World War III. They're throwing it out there now. These other countries, okay, are devaluing the dollar bill.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And it's not just these other countries, because the more and more that our people wake up, the dollar bill is losing its value. Because we are following what's inside the scriptures. We're not following their holidays. We're not going to Esau, which is our oppressor, which is St. Patrick's Day weekend now.
Right.
Got a lot of.
That's what I was saying. That's why I asked. I said somebody with the green hat on.
Yep. We got a lot of.
How keep up with these holidays?
Right. When we wake up, we're not into all the foolishness of the society. We do what the scriptures say. We just said what you would call the Passover. Which was a serious thing, and we still are in that.
I look right now.
Yep, there's a whole lot of that. They all,
And one thing about it, one funny part about it though is that you see a lot of Edomites with the St. Patrick stuff.
Right.
St. Patrick, that's Irish. That's awesome. That was interesting.
Yep.
Oh. This Revelation 2. Revelation 2 and 10.
Irish goes to irate. It goes to anger.
It's Revelation 2 and 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life.
Right. So can we read that?
Right. Revelation 2 and 10. Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Right. So the devil is going to cast some of us into prison. The devil is the deceiver.
There it is.
And also means accuser.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because they're going to try to put it out there like we're the ones who are wrong for teaching about that mark. Okay? We're not down with the society. And we're like, one of y'all was just talking about it. With the Hebrew Israelites are the worst thing that's going on right now. And how are we the worst thing? Because we're waking up our people and telling them to stop, put the guns down, to follow the Lord the right way.
That's right. Right.
Stop being degenerate.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So it says he's going to cast some of us into prison, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That ye may be tried.
That we may be tried.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Right, because they're going to end up trying to put us to death, man. Some of us may end up getting put to death. Right? We understand that. Don't nobody go to hell when they die. Okay, we get reincarnated. We just sold you that. Okay? But the thing is, who defeated death?
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah defeated death. He showed that he can defeat death. So if we follow after his example, we can live forever because he's still living to this day.
Yes, sir. Come on.
He said we're gonna defeat death.
Yeah. There I said, right? Killing us. With the black and mild, the Newport, alcohol. It's a liquor store on every goddamn.
Yep. But you know, brother, at the end of the day, you gotta worry about yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not perfect. Sometimes I
don't
fall
think you
back.
can be perfect? Do you think anybody could be perfect?
No, I don't.
I mean, do you think
Only
anybody
one I know that was perfect was the Messiah, the Christ.
All right, somebody get Job 1:1. And then you gotta understand what the perfection is.
This is Job, chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, there was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
So when you read in the New Testament, he says, what? Be ye therefore perfect.
Yeah.
Now, why would he tell them to be perfect if they couldn't? So the word perfect goes to completion. That's what that means. It say, I can do all things through Christ. Through Yahweh Shah. Right. So, you can be made like Paul was made perfect.
Yes.
We will be made perfect. Let me say the elect will be made perfect.
Yeah.
You're going to go off now, but you will be made perfect if you're the elect.
Yes, sir.
This is the renewing of your mind. So a lot of those things, which we do say that, some people do need a little bit more help than others.
Yes.
That's just reality. Yes. Some people, this is a therapeutic. The hell with you third. You said pray not for this. We made mention of that. Really. Yeah, hit Romans 1:26 real quick. Because you're going to have to understand, did the Lord do this? Was that Romans 11 and 7 we just read? The election have obtained it. The rest of the planet. Get Isaiah 10 and 20. Somebody real quick. Go ahead. This is Romans 1 and 26. Here we go. That's what God said.
For this cause, God gave them up to vile affections.
So the Lord gave them up to vile affections. He didn't want them. Go ahead, brother.
For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
Right.
And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another.
So the Lord, go ahead, brother.
Men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet.
Yeah, so the Lord wanted that. The Lord wants our people in certain situations. You can't have an elect without the non-elect. The Lord wants women walking around with BTLs. That's right. Stinking and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's right. The Lord wants it. That's an unnatural affection. With Fidel 32 throwing in a big huge head. You know what I'm saying? Get that Isaiah 10 and 20.
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 20. It says, and this shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay up upon him that smote them.
So it's talking about a remnant. It's a small number that's going to escape. Remember, Yahweh Shah said the righteous will scarcely make it.
Yeah.
So that's why he said seek your salvation. And the only way you can do that is you must be amongst brothers who are like-minded like you. The hell with, what's that? You always bring out John, Jeremiah 7:14. 11:14. It's also in 7 as well. Pray not for this people. That's right. Yeah. Well, the good news is that some of these people going to die in their sin. Yeah. Right. But if they're Israelites, they're going to come back as children. Right. So don't worry about them. Right. They're going to be there. If that's our mother, our grandma, our brother that we love so dearly. Heck, even our own woman. Right. that your woman can end up dying on the side. She can be your woman in the kingdom too. Right.
Let's say all Israel shall be saved. That don't mean we go out and keep sinning. Because y'all said go and sin no more.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Lord just caused them, because a lot of people say, well, if all Israel could be saved, then why would we do what we do? Well, guess what? Right. The ones that's not going to be saved is going to get swift judgment. You don't want that judgment. Go ahead, brother, real quick.
It's a God's fun.
And they're not in control of that anyway. Go ahead.
It says, be therefore perfect,
even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. Right? So that goes perfectly, right? No pun intended, into it. Right? It says to be perfect, meaning you're able to be perfect, right? Through the spirit and power of the Lord. Right? To the best of your ability.
Yes.
Right? These people, they ain't out here to be perfect. They're just, well, they live that life where you can't be, they say you can't be perfect. And then they commit all the sins that they want.
With having faith in Yahweh Shai, that's how we end up leading onto that way of perfection.
Yeah, I have to believe in my whole family from the West Indies.
Okay. Yeah, because if you have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, if you have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, then you're going to learn this truth and you're going to keep this truth and grow in this truth as well by keeping his word. That's being perfect.
Right. You're going to know all things. Scripture say the Lord is going to reveal a lot of things on you.
Yes,
You
sir.
just got to believe in it. Do we need to be that right here in front of your face for you to believe? A lot of people want to see the Lord, you know, in order for them to actually believe. You know what? So what?
Yeah. When my dad died, I had to see him with his leg amputated. And then I had to see him in the casket. And then I started seeing my whole family on my father's side. They schooled me. They all from the West End. And it's like you could just, you know, they told me where my father, from my father and everything, but they never was there in my life. You feel me, like that? And like she say, this is you, like it's in your bloodstream. That's what made me change when I lost him. And I also lost two brothers. They got murdered. And my older brother.
That will change. That will put a form of change. The Lord has to wear one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Hit a Matthew 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, there's a way of changing it.
Yeah.
You know that
Yeah.
in the scriptures in the Apocrypha, it said in a day of prosperity, there's forgetfulness of affliction.
Yeah.
So when you're afflicted, if you notice, when you're afflicted, like let's say you get locked up, like you become more spiritual. You know, if you lose a family member, you become a little more spiritual.
Yes.
You're in an afflicted state of mind.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
happens is you try to look for some type of answer.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I didn't even like my wife at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was getting locked up. I should have listened to my wife. I didn't even like her.
That goes to on the House of Lord.
There you go.
Right. Other scripture you that's better go to the
I might
House
as well
of
get
Lord.
that. But read Matthew 11:28.
Sorry. This is Matthew 11:28.
Bingo!
It says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest.
Good news, man. Good news.
It says, take my yoke upon you and learn of me. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your soul. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light.
Yeah, you remember Yahweh Shai and the man said he want to bury his father. He said, let the dead bury the dead. That's hard. That's hardcore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But them men, we got to be built up like that. Because you can't do nothing with a dead body. Right? He's gone.
It's gone.
You know what I'm saying? Once your spirit leaves that cage,
Hey!
you're no longer there.
Hey!
That's what they call it.
Hey!
Let the dead burn the dead.
Let the dead burn. I remember he was sitting there, and his brothers and sisters came up to him when he was young. Yeah, they said, we were looking for you.
Yeah.
And he looked at him.
Yeah.
He even talked to his mother like that.
Yeah.
He said, woman, I got to do my father's business.
Yeah.
But when they came up to him, he actually pointed at his disciples.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? That's hard.
You tell your parents,
And your brothers and sisters, this is he who followed the will of the Father. This, now you got to remember now. Think of the mindset. His father was Joseph, right? His mother was who she was, and the children. And he pointing to these men saying, "He who do the will of my Father, that's my mother, my brother, my sister." Like what? He didn't mention Joseph though. He didn't. He had respect to his earthly father. You see what I'm saying? You know, but that's hardcore. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being a young man and your parents and the children, they come, "Where you at? Where you been at?"
Yeah.
And you point to some Jake standing there holding Bible.
Yeah.
And say, "He would do the will of my Father. That's my father, my mother." Basically, you ain't my mother.
Right.
You ain't my brother. You ain't even my family.
Right.
You know how hard that is to accept? I don't even think I would be able to handle that.
That's harsh.
Harsh. I got a son that's telling me, "You ain't my father. You ain't my family." You be like, "God damn, this Negro's crazy."
Right.
You know?
And when he talks about going to let the bed bury dead, that's talking about our people, man.
Yep.
You know, they dead, you know, not being in his truth.
Right.
His word. You know what I mean? So that's why he said, "Let them go ahead and bury them. He's gonna follow me."
Right.
You know what I mean? And do the will of my Father for me.
Right. Yeah. So all those things that happen physically, you turn spiritual. Like the blind man he healed. That's right. And he said, "Come and see. You were blinded, now you can see." Come on.
What about the count when
That's what he spit in his eyes, right?
He spit in the clay. Rubbed his eyes.
Yeah, rubbed his eyes.
That represents us now, being blinded, and now we can see.
Hey!
And what the brother just brought out with the dead burying the dead, you gotta let them. They're dead. So what we're telling you is, don't worry. Don't worry about a Negro breakdancing and spinning on his head.
Here we go. Here we go.
Smoking a blunt while he's spinning on his head.
Here we go.
Don't worry about that. No windmilling with the blunt coming in and out of the mouth.
He had to count for the guy. He had a lot of riches.
Yes, sir.
Like, follow me. He was like,
So you talking about the cave?
Yeah. Oh no, he's talking about when he went to
Matthew 17. I was talking about the little man.
No, you're talking about when Yahushua went to the right?
No, I'm talking about the rich man that came through.
Yeah, the rich man.
He said, "Sell everything that you have."
Oh,
That's
yeah.
easier. No, that wasn't him. The little man that was in the trees, the sycamore trees. No, I don't think that was him. Yeah, but I thought he was. I think that's Matthew 17, where it say, "It's easier for because he didn't want to do it. The rich man didn't want to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that, but I know that was the situation with Zacchaeus as well. Yeah, that was in the tree. He said, "I'm willing to give up all I have." Okay. Yeah, that man didn't want to give up all what he had. The disciples were like, Yahushua said it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, it says, right. I'm Googling it. It says he was rich. He was rich. Yeah. I'm reading it right here. I know Zacchaeus was a man of the Lord, though. Yeah, but that's how he converted. He had to give up what he had. That's right.
Yeah. Since you said that, look at TV every Sunday. When you turn on, you see Holstein and TD Jason and all these people with big congregations, but they talk about nothing.
Well, since you've been out here, we've been going to scriptures.
Right.
This is real.
Work is real. Yeah, this is all real.
You actually learning something, right? The church don't learn shit. They don't teach you nothing.
Yeah, they talk about nothing.
You know the beautiful thing about
Right,
it never gets old. It never gets old. The scriptures, you talking about the Lord was on the waters. The scriptures is like living waters.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, they are.
You know, it's always being refreshed. It's not stagnant. That's right. You want to know something that goes we saw not too long ago. I can't remember the name. Elder Man, I'm talking about in a video. Something that we would never ever do. That Christian that was he did it not too long ago. It was like a month ago. And he was talking about had the Hebrew Israelites don't even know who their daddy is and stuff like that. We wouldn't do that, man.
Y'all ever heard of Wi-Fi and cold cut?
Yeah, they wicked. Yeah. They wicked. Remember Wi-Fi came? Remember we was talking about that market of beat? They have a problem with that. If you want to be entertained like Netflix, then you go to Wi-Fi. If you want to show, and them cursing out white people with the sticks in their hands, you know, they ABC Israelites.
You know, there you go. See, you already know, man. I used to work with one of them. Oh.
And they walk around with their fringes on.
I used to work with one of them.
You don't rock with them? You don't rock with them?
You know, you gotta make it.
You let peacefully amongst all men.
Why?
Yeah. Let's go. Right.
Why?
You know, you can tell they're going off. That's why.
Yeah. Like, this. I don't know.
And, you know, like you said, but it's like you said, you can feed it to them if they ain't trying to get you back off.
Yeah, what we don't like about them is they done took from elder men and taught them.
Right.
Yeah, and then they put it in a blender and they spewed out their own new doctrine. Facts. And they made like the Shikari. They made different variations of the doctrine that they heard. If you believe that it's a false doctrine we're teaching, cut out everything.
Right.
Change the name of the Lord. Change the Sabbath day. Change everything. Don't do the holy days the same way.
That's right.
Those guys are a bunch of frauds.
And the Bible say what? See with your eyes and hear with your ear.
That's right.
And when I was coming right around the corner, I heard with my ear.
That's right. Oh, get this real quick. Matthew 13 and 9. This will be real good for you. Matthew 13 and 9. Y'all know
Matthew 13 and 9.
Here we go.
It says, whoever hears the hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to them it is not given. You go. For whosoever hath to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundant. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath.
All right, break it down, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Basically, you know.
Yeah,
man. See, that's what the truth is only given for the elect, man. That's right. You know what I mean? It's only the elect that's going to be saved. So, you know what I mean? It's everything you can come up and you can hear this truth and not understand. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So it ain't for them. You know what I mean? So like you woke up and heard them speaking.
Yes.
And you knew exactly that they weren't talking, you know what I mean? The Spirit was dealing with you. That they weren't speaking what needed to be spoken to.
Yeah, spoken to.
But everybody else heard it too. Why they ain't walking up? Right. Because it was given to you to know the mystery. And he was talking to the disciples and the people. He's telling the disciples, you are given to know the mystery, right? But everybody else, it ain't given. Think about that. So I got to leave them people behind. And Aunt Millie don't want to get it. I got to leave Aunt Millie alone, man. You know?
It's like I heard it. I heard it. You know, it's real. Like, it ain't no joke. Ain't no game.
No games and no gimmicks.
No gimmicks.
And if it's resonating with you, if you start to understand it, then it's more than likely the Yahweh Shai, spirit of Yahweh Shai is dealing with you.
You saw I've been standing here this long. Right. Now, when I go to church and the pastor preaching, I be sleeping.
We all sleeping on the little old lady. I got daydream. When I went to church, I daydream like. I had a cell phone. In the 70s, we didn't have cell phone. I was a little kid. My mama meant well. I'm not even mad at my mama. You know, like through slavery, Willie Lynch. You know, we did things. And it was once it was taught, they re-educated us. Yeah, plantation Christianity, they re-educated us. And then what happened is our people fell away from our belief and started being. That's why they set up those colleges, the HBCU, which was set up by abolitionists who actually had slaves. Richard Humphreys was one of them.
And then they come around with the collection plate, right? And I'm like this.
And then they pass crackers around and grapes. Yeah. I was like, damn, I need a couple more of these shots.
Good. But I was like, it's a ritual.
It's a ritual.
So I'm not taking it. Like, and they like, why don't you come in? You don't understand.
Well, they got it actually from the Bible. Like we had the Passover. That's right. What they managed, you can Exodus 20 and 1 real quick. We're going to show you what they managed to do. Yes, sir. Our people have always linked ourselves with the practices of other gods.
Yeah.
But we still had a form of godliness, but we would link ourselves and worship our God with other gods.
Yeah.
That's what Jesus Christ is.
Yeah.
Right? It's still the same concept, being saved, being delivered, but it's another image and it's another construct behind it. Go ahead, brother.
This is Exodus 20:1.
Here we go.
And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Right. Go ahead. What did he mean by that? God, thou shalt have no other gods before me. What he's saying is, you still worship Yahweh, but then you put other gods with them before him.
But anybody can be your God, though. Even your woman can be your God.
Yeah, but that's wrong. That's putting another God before the Lord. That's wrong. You're not supposed, like this. This is the concept. When you got the Holy One of Israel, right? He don't want us to have any other gods, right? But we worship him. But he can have many children. He can have many women because he calls us his women. Now the same concept go to us. We want to have multiple wives, but we don't want our wives having every man.
Right.
And a woman will have children, but she don't want her children to have other mothers. It's just the food chain. That's just how it goes.
Find somebody messing with your baby mother, you get, man,
You're gonna go crazy.
you're gonna go crazy.
Because what happens is you'll get jealous.
Right.
Because you're the one penetrating her.
Right.
But
You can have multiple women, though.
Yeah, you can. Nothing wrong with that.
And like I'm doing something wrong. So like that.
That's how they do it this side. But like how your brothers always say that the woman that had the picture of these celebrities up on the, like that's not, you know, take all that shit down.
No woman don't believe that because, contrary to what people believe, 90% of these women would have slept with celebrities at the drop of a dime. Who were already married. That's why monogamy favors the woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they'll new to you, they'll clip your nuts and squeeze them. You ain't going nowhere.
Right.
And where you at, babe? I'm at work. Okay. And you're hearing chewing on something in the bag.
Right.
That was actually happened to somebody.
Yeah, happened to me, but not in that way. I was with the damn woman. She had a goddamn man. This is why we went through this. Because we all sinned and became wicked, man.
Yeah. Oh, you want to eat the heaven. You want to get that? Yeah, I forget it. I knew you rolled that out earlier.
Remember I told you, they'll feed you the pork, fatten you up and shit, make you all sick. If you don't get fat, you're sick. You're diabetic, blood pressure high, you on these pills, your shit don't work no more. And now she's sleeping off on the job, but telling you she loves you and shit.
I'm looking at this right here.
Right.
In the days of slavery,
Alligator.
they used to, throw them in the alligator.
Yeah, they got paper. Bring it out, Nawab. They got paper there.
Yeah.
Oh.
They say we're gonna dash their children upon stones. So right now we
man.
you know, the Lord gonna put
Real, man.
when the Lord returns, Yahweh Shah, right? Jake gets mad.
I'm on.
No, you good, man. When the Lord returns, what's that? Daniel said we the saints will take the kingdom of heaven.
Daniel 7:18.
Yeah, somebody forget that.
Well, we was on the Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is this is basically going into how this is why we had to get what was done to us, because we went off and sinned against the Heavenly Father, not following the laws, statutes, and commandments. But at the same time, they did it in a wicked ass way, man. That's torture, man. That ain't fucking slavery, man.
And he went to court or whatever it was back then, and they left.
Yeah, but let me read this for you. This is Deuteronomy 28:15.
There we go.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake you.
Yeah, and that's what happened. You can read some of them. Go to the 48th verse.
Yeah, some of these people you see walking by, but they don't even know what the hell these represented. If you ask them what St. Patrick's Day mean to them, they couldn't.
They don't know.
It's just
All they know is they drink, get drunk.
they get drunk and fight, commit adultery with each other's wives.
All right, this is one of the curses. Go ahead, brother. That we just read. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
That's why we got those curses right there.
That's why you smell that dirty weed.
Yeah.
Smell it now.
So we gotta go through this man, this devil, for everything. Whereas though when we was in our land, right, we relied on the Lord to supply us for everything. Right. And we know when we come into this knowledge that the Lord is going to supply us for everything. Right. Okay, but right now we know that we got to work to fucking pay bills and all that stuff.
Right, we got no choice.
Sometimes you get put on child support and all that shit, man.
Yeah, my baby mother tried that.
But that's part of the curse. That they go through and the so-called white man knows that, right? This is from the very beginning of the garden. But they use our women, you know, to attack us. Yeah. But the one of all things, right? They cornered the market, right? You know, that's why if I can go back to the Revelation 13, because this goes back into the mark, all of it. Okay, with everything that this man controls, everything down here, you can imagine. The buildings, you got to pay for it. The clothes, you got to pay for it. Everything, boy.
This is Revelation 13, 16. Here we go. And he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their forehead.
Let me ask, do you have that understanding of what Revelation, when they talk about the mark of the beast is now? What is the mark of the beast?
Like I say, the mark, what I think the mark of the beast is the black man.
No, I'm saying what we taught you. What is it?
As far as what y'all taught me,
right?
What about the chip?
Yeah, and all of that.
I really don't believe that's the truth part of that.
So we're not gonna go back.
It's more spiritual than anything. You know, the forehead and the hand, that's a spiritual warfare thing.
Okay, well,
that's
you can't show them anything. You can't show them everything. So at this point, what you got to do, like we were saying earlier, pray. You have to pray.
Yeah, and this mark been going on. This mark been going on, like you say, since back.
Not the same mark.
Way back then.
It's not the same one.
So it's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
I'm still learning.
Yeah, you got to pray.
That's what we're saying. You know,
that's why I didn't want to force it.
Go back and pray, because like we were saying earlier, sometime before you came up, we was like, well, our job, like I said, we're out here to put the information out there, you know, warn and edify, and you know, whether you receive certain things or not, that's between you and the Lord. That's where you gotta go back and pray. Yes. You know, we can't. That's why, you know, like those other camps, they'll just keep yelling over you, yelling. Right. You know, we just school it out for you. You know, we give you the information. You go back and pray. Right. You know,
I got a question. Why is the mark of the beast a number of a man? And his number is it's a man.
That's what's so right, because a man is a spirit. Turn out 17 and 5. That's why you gotta pray, man. I was trying to get to that point, but I already knew. That's why I asked him, what did you know? Yeah.
This is Jeremiah.
My job is just to put it out there, that's it.
Right. This is Jeremiah 17 and 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord.
That's the flesh. That's why I said the number of man. Flesh. Well, you show them the barcode, bro.
Oh yeah, I got you. Anybody got a barcode?
So that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Everything around here has a barcode.
that part.
Oh, you got it.
That part.
So break it down to him.
Yeah. So even in Revelation,
let me see it.
Yeah, even in Revelation 13, you'll see the number of man, right? So you see it's 3. You see this double line right here. You got one in the middle. You got one on the end. Each one represents a 6.
So that's what that barcode is. That's why we say it's physical. That's why we say that mark is physical.
Yeah, so when you buy, that's how you buy it.
Right.
With the number of man, that's how you buy it.
Because you remember,
So when I go to the store and get a bottle of water,
you gotta scan it to get a price. You cannot buy or sell without a barcode.
Right. So that's technically like a mark of the beast.
now I understand.
Now you understand.
Now I understand.
Gotcha.
There you go. That's what I was trying to keep.
I never looked at it that way though.
The 17.
When you look at that, well, we read it. Yeah. But that's why with the scanning part, that's going to have that barcode on there. Right.
So that's what I was saying. The technology at the
Sometimes Jake needs to just get it in a different kind of way. Yeah. Because if it don't work one way, you go another way. They can't see it, then
right.
So basically, whenever you buy something that has a UPC code on it, and you buy it, and it's all market of beast related. But then when you have that market of beast instituted in your skin, then you become part of the UPC code. Now you're a product. That's what it's saying. You are a brand, and you are the brand of the elites. So you don't want to brand yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's really the Lord.
Yeah. And that's the curse because we're going through.
You got it now?
We're going through.
I got it.
That's it. We're going through this man for the want of all things. You know what I'm saying? And and that's a part of that curse.
So that barcode actually going to transfer into your skin.
That's it. That's it.
That barcode going to transfer into your skin.
If you take it, you're not supposed to take it. Not supposed to take it. Not supposed to. You saying that you're that man and not the Lord. Oh. We belong unto the Lord. Yep. That's our Lord is Jesus. Yeah, basically these devils don't control us or run us. Yeah. Basically, it's a form of selling out.
Yeah. It's like basically saying, the Lord say, you gonna ride with me? You gonna ride with me?
That's it.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Street term.
Nigga, you rolling with me or you
we just read in Revelation 14 chapter what's going to happen to you if you don't.
Yeah.
You're going to be hit with some mystery.
Yeah, you're going to ride down.
Yeah, get that in Revelation 14.
So what, we going to starve to death?
No, it's hard. Get that. I did.
So here he comes.
So we really, there's no wrong way to each brother explaining it. Just some brothers, that's why we are unit. So I might be able to explain it differently than this brother, and then he might explain something differently that I can't explain to you.
Right.
So this is all a one body oriented thing. None of us are like this. Well, we all are the smartest people on the planet because we got the scriptures.
Yeah.
We're not smart of the world. Remember 1 Corinthians 3 said that the wisdom of this world is foolishness with your heart. All right, go ahead, brother.
This is where this is the Revelation 14 to 1.
Here we go, brother. This is it. This is Revelation 14:6. Our people destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. I wanted to look away, man.
That's how they do it now.
Yeah, like what? That's how they do it now.
Man, I shake my head, yo, like shaking my
head. That's all. This is how we do it now. Martel Jordan shit. That's what it look like. Go ahead, brother. This is Revelation 14:6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, offering the everlasting gospel. Revelation 14:1. This is Revelation 14:1.